DFZRadio.com.
Talking about the Heavy T Road Show. Knowing someone better than your show. And everybody knowing this whole show. Yeah. Talking about the Heavy T Road Show.
People, are you ready? Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Don't worry about the president.
He can shut us down anytime he wants. Because he's motherfucking president. Calling out to all area codes. Call in right now. It's the Heavy T Grow Show. 562-653-0707. Wednesday night, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. DFC Radio is where you're at. What is it? Tell a friend. Tell a family member. Write it down. Take a picture. Let them know Heavy T's on and hooking you up for calling in. We have a nice show for you tonight. We have an interview with our main woman up at Terpinator, Amanda Hottie. She's going to be telling us what's going on with the Terp, as well as our friends from Cutting Edge Solutions are going to be in studio. We have Mark Schwartz, pretty much brand ambassador and sales rep, and then the founder, Uncle John, will be calling in, chopping it up with us, telling us about their products, what's special about their products, and so forth and so on. Plus, they're a wealth of grow information. Guys have a bunch of years under their belts as farmers. So 562-653-0707 is the phone number to call. Now, usually I introduce my co-host at this point, but I'm kind of disturbed by some Instagram postings that Horty Chris have done. So I don't even know if I'm going to introduce this fool.
It was disgusting.
The guy that likes to pick on special kids at the end of the table, Horty Chris.
Or special adults. I don't even know.
Whatever.
Oh, man. The
I was trying to
video
teach him
speaks
a
for
lesson.
itself.
That's like picking on Winston.
What do you mean teach him
It's
a
like
lesson?
picking on Vinny.
I almost ran the motherfucker over, dude. He didn't even look. He drove straight in front of me. I
Well,
slammed on my brakes.
I think that's
I
the
almost
point.
ran him over, and then he flipped me off. Like, yeah, fuck you. It's like, no, fuck you, you little smart-ass
Wait,
bastard.
hold on.
I
Did
I
think
should
he
have
was
ran you the
telling
fuck
you
over.
you're
Stop,
number one.
stop. Did you see if he had a pointer finger? Because maybe he was just telling you you're number one. Nice car.
No,
think it was number one.
because then I said, why the fuck did you flip me off? He's like, you flipped me off first. I'm like, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't ride around flipping off little kids. Motherfucker, I had one hand on the wheel and the other on the fucking horn.
Okay, that's
That
where
did
the
not
story
look
gets
like a little
convoluted.
That was not a little kid.
That wasn't a little kid.
Yeah,
dog.
he was. He's a
kid.
little big kid. He's like 12, going on like 19. or
No,
something.
dude. That was a young man.
Oh shit, Horty.
You were like next to like the mental ill health like
Well, I was in Westminster, so
you were at some
that's
like
kinda
halfway
Lakewood.
house or something like that for the
So, what's the background of this story? The flipping off and all this, and your rant on Instagram. We've got all that. What really happened?
I fucking told you. I left my shop. I went out the back way, cutting through the neighborhood. I'm going about 30 miles an hour. I reached down to the cup holder to grab my sunglasses. I looked back up, and the little kid that was on the sidewalk on the right-hand side had just come across someone's driveway, and where the driveway dipped down, he just made a hard left across the street.
yeah. I've had that
Didn't
happen.
even fucking look. So when I looked up, I just see this kid right in front of me, like 10 feet away. I slam on the brakes.
Shouldn't have
I
kept your eyes
swerve to the right. I thought I clipped his rear wheel, but he kept riding, and he flipped me off, and then I just lost it at that point. Little smart ass
That
faggot.
wasn't no little dude.
I should have slapped him off his bike.
Man, all the good shit that you've done in the last week. You're out there promoting Ron Finley. We had the 200th episode.
Yeah, feeling
You're crushing the
good.
game in flip-flops and dust rooms. And you got to be picking on mentally disabled children.
That shit happens.
The handicap of
I was just trying to
America.
educate him.
And
Look
speaking
out for Hardy
of
Chris. If he
mentally
looks for his
disabled,
phone,
that's
run
Dr.
over.
Duff speaking over me again.
Right, mentally disabled. To my right, Dr. Duff.
I need help, please.
What's up, Dr. Duff?
Not much.
We've
Just-
tried to get
I'm
you
not
help a
running,
million
I'm not
times.
running over, handicapped people. That's for sure.
Yeah, because you're all fucking faded out on Ambiens in your house, jacking off to porn.
It was no accident
Well,
you
that's
weren't
right.
invited to the Ron Finley Can You Dig This
right.
movie.
You would have been talking over the movie.
That's some bullshit. You guys didn't invite me. I'm very upset about that.
Actually, you were
And-
invited. We just didn't tell you.
Right.
So now it's even more fucked up, and we'll talk about that at the
Well,
break.
we only had 2 tickets for you, and your wife's head takes up 2 tickets by itself.
Right.
so
And
she
Robert
couldn't
Ory was there, and we knew that
I
she
coulda
would
took
she
care
would
of
leave
you.
with Robert Ory, and then you'd be really pissed. So.
Robert Ory's the homie. I met him back in Hawaii back in the day.
come. Yeah, I asked him if he remembered you.
I'm sure he did. It was right after the championships. I gave him a high five in Hawaii at that.
They said that little specially mental disabled kid with a crooked eye. I was like, yeah, you remember him.
No, it's more like the crooked eye cool guy. That's what's up.
Crooked eye, cool guy.
Yep.
So you can dig this. The documentary.
dig this?
Can you dig this? The documentary with focusing on urban gardening. Ron Finley's a star in it, along with 4 other urban gardeners. They chronicle the life of and follow them through their experiences, how it affects their life. Some of it, there's parts of the movie that take a turn for the worse, parts of the movie that are inspirational. But if you have a chance to go see it, I was inspired by it. I really enjoyed watching it and seeing our homie Ron Finley. Good stuff for him. And if you have a chance, whether it's on Netflix or on demand or in the movie theater, go see Can You Dig This?
Yep, it was really, really good.
And
I think it got picked up by somebody.
There was
so it
one
will be
part
out.
though that I will be critical of, is that in the beginning it seemed to demonize cannabis.
Yeah, they showed like
And then not Ron Finley demonizing it.
Right,
it's,
right.
It's the
Just-
producers
right.
and the directors and the people making them.
the one girl
Were they
wants to be
Christian?
the one girl wants to be like a nurse, so she gets a chance to go take a test to be like a nurse's assistant, but she gets all faded the night before with her homegirls, and they're
should.
smoking weed, and then she's late to the appointment, and her friends are beating on her door and throwing rocks at the window. Then she lets them in. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm late. Da da da. I'm trying to get ready."
That's
and her
the
friends
alcohol.
are like, "You want to hit this blunt?" And they're like smoking a blunt early in the morning when they live in the projects. And
early
then
in the
there's
early in the
somebody-
morning was 11:30 a.m.
Yeah, and then there's somebody who's like slapping a pit bull in
Should've
the
got an
face,
A.
which was kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
but
that was
other
fucked
than that,
up.
it was good. I mean,
She
at
was like,
least
I
it-
used to smoke 20 blunts a day, and I'm down to 3.
yeah, I'm down to 3.
Why
she
did we
acted,
slap
yeah,
this
she acted
dog?
like, I used to smoke 20 rocks a day.
And then the one dude, the younger guy that ended up
Spicy?
Yeah, Spicy. He was saying that he started off his gardening career in growing marijuana.
Right.
So
Horrible.
And
Which obviously he wasn't very good at it because he was broke on the streets trying to get that money. And if
Must've
you
been
if you
120
grow
degrees.
big, you don't go homeless. So Spicy just needs to get more lights.
well, he had those new Air Force Ones.
That's true. Hey, it kept them Air Force Ones for that bus ride.
I think it was growing out of the Air Force Ones. It was his hood.
What do you know about it? You haven't seen it.
Callie
Why are
Breeze
you
is
even
in there
talking?
flipping me off right now.
He's saying you're number 1.
Yeah.
All right,
Put your helmet on, Callie Breeze.
562-653-0707 is the phone number. Can You Dig This was the movie. Ron Finley's the man. I think we're going to get him back in studio fairly soon.
Yes.
He has a lot of things going on, though, and new things going on, the Ron Finley Project, etc. Check him out. Ron Finley, just Google that shit. He'll pop right up. All right. Hey, Callie Breeze, can you hear me? Call Amanda. Okay, we're gonna get Amanda from Turpin there. I told him 6:05. What time is this? 6:15. Callie
right on
Breeze.
time.
Like always. Let's go to Maryland, starting off on the East Coast.
Oh, Maryland.
Our main man, Dustin. Hey, Dustin, Maryland.
Hey man,
Wait,
how
wait,
you
wait.
guys doing?
Wait, player. You have a question about cutting edge solutions?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hold till Mark comes on, okay? I wanted to get he's coming on in about 15 minutes. Can you hold that long?
Yeah, man, I don't mind.
All right, brother. Hold on.
Yeah,
because
there ain't shit going on in Maryland anyways.
There's not even anything on TV.
a little rioting once in a while. Mike from OKC, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Big T?
What's up,
Oh,
Big
shit,
Mike?
It's Mike.
Mellow, baby, on some of that fine tomatoes.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey,
What's your grow
Kevin.
question? Yeah,
Long time caller.
I know. I talk to you every week.
When you shut down for a while and you want to restart, your knowledge, I
you're
haven't
ruined.
started from scratch in many years, and I forget, and I've forgotten some of the little ins and outs of getting things started from scratch. And my question is, how soon should I start shooting a mild solution of fertilizer to seedlings?
Well, as soon as they get a stock root, you need to start feeding them unless they're in a soil that will feed them for you. So you want to
No,
give.
they're just in rock wool cubes,
Yeah. So once those roots pop out the bottom, they show a leaf set or two growth. You want to start feeding them a very mild dilution of your base fertilizer, and then definitely a root stimulant, something like Rhizoblast, Rapid Start, a real good root stimulant. Get those roots going. It's up to you to generate those roots as quickly as possible, and that will set the plant's foundation to grow as strong as possible. More roots, more fruits isn't just a catchy saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I disagree.
That's basically, a lot of newcomers, not
Cucumbers.
See, I disagree with that too.
A lot of newcomers, they have that. They run into that situation. Oh, when do I shoot nutrients to them, and end up actually killing their seedlings because they start too soon or too heavy.
Yeah, go light, couple
yeah.
hundred ppm, maybe like a 0.5 EC.
Yeah, we're talking about a very minimal amount. If you want to get a little bit more growth, use your root stimulant and a CalMag supplement that has 2% nitrogen in it to start getting that vertical growth. Now, but you've listened to the show enough to understand the macronutrients, secondary macronutrients, and micronutrients all work in a symbiotic relationship with each other. So that's not a viable plan for vegging a plant. But that little extra nitrogen will green it up, shoot the plant up, and your root stimulant will send those roots out. So when you do decide to give it a strong base nutrient or a mild base nutrient, whatever it is, that the plant can uptake it, and it has the foundation to take it up.
Okay. Yes. All righty. Well, that's what I needed to know.
So I got a question for you, Playa. You kept telling me you're coming out here. I'm waiting.
I disagree with that too.
July.
July, baby.
4th of July.
No, I got a little thing.
July or Hans?
On the 4th, but it'll be about the 3rd week in July.
Well,
Stop your Julying.
I've got to take about a 45-day vacation in July, and if good behavior, it might only be a 23-day vacation.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay, well.
just kidding, Playa. Come on now.
I can't believe July.
I'm retired, so.
July too much, that's your problem.
No, baby.
Hey, Holmes, I feel like I know you. July so much.
Long time.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey, soul brother, Tubuku.
I don't have to come in July. I can come in August. I'm retired.
Shit,
baby.
I could come any month of the month.
Motherfucking get out here, man. We've got all this fire around here. I don't know.
I don't know what's going to be around with this hot summer.
Dr. Duff be smoking it all up. There's no more green in the green room.
I disagree with that too.
And I know you're coming from Oklahoma, so there's no green coming with you either.
Come on now. I got a green thumb right here.
That's about the only thing green.
Yeah, you're the
Now you're right, Duff.
you're the one dude in Oklahoma doing it heavy tea style and making it green, and I appreciate
right.
you for that, brother. You spread the good word. If people need your help, you let them know where to call and to get the good info and get hooked up.
Yeah, Mike, come on out.
What you need to do is go ahead and bring us a hydro shop out here.
Well, I can't help you with
What
that.
you
man.
need to do is get on your entrepreneurial game and open your own goddamn hydro shop out
Yeah,
there.
put it in your garage,
Too much
Holmes.
headaches. That's work, baby.
Yeah, you want us to have that headache though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's enough-
you're
it's enough
you're
dealing
you're
with you
I
guys.
don't want to do no more headaches than y'all already got.
No.
Since y'all ain't got no damn water.
Yeah, that's right. Ain't
What,
no
you
water
gonna
over
import
here.
something for us?
Hey, we got enough of it right now.
Dr. Duff hasn't showered for a while. Myself, I'm not even shaving anymore.
If it's
I know
brown,
that.
don't flush it down.
It looks good though. I look like
Hey, if it
the
ain't
white
brown,
Rick
don't
Ross.
flush it down.
Even if
keep-
it's brown, don't flush it down.
I keep filling up my pool every day. Fuck the drought.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
I just started digging holes in my backyard.
Hey, you know, you got to do your priorities.
Yeah, there's no more flushing.
So,
Yeah.
so Mike,
Yeah.
send us an email. Let us know when you're coming. So we've got all the bells and whistles ready for you. Horty Chris says you can stay at his house.
Yeah, he's
So
got
there's no
a.
problem there.
I'll be out of
appreciate
town.
that, but I'm going to
He
do
might-
my own little thing out that way.
If you're like a white dude,
He
with,
said
you
that's
know,
cute.
spooning with you in
My
the
neighbors
morning.
ain't having that.
He said that's all right. I don't need to stay with Horty, his racist ass.
Well, no, dude, he might wake up
You
with
know,
a
I'll be
spoon
like
in
the
his
girl
ass.
up there and, hey, that's what you can do. You can pass me off like the girl up there in Washington State did. Just the black sheep of the family.
Oh, that's true. Now, what is going on with that? This bitch is crazy. I think all these people are just hating because she unlocked the secret of black woman's hair.
Hey, you know,
Oh, man, you did.
hey
Like,
man, all I know,
is don't touch it. Don't ever touch the hair under any circumstances. Never touch a black woman's hair.
You pop
do
that
that.
weave. You
Ever.
pop that weave out of that track. You're fucked.
you in world of trouble.
Boy, she one ugly ass white bitch.
Oh, that's racist as fuck, dog.
No way, she's
You
one.
was a
Well, that, you
decent
know,
black one.
Yeah.
I'm not
I like the
saying-
fact that she tried to sue Harvard for racial discrimination when she was white.
And did you see that she has
she watched that Soul Brother movie too much.
she has siblings, adopted siblings that are African American,
soulmates.
and in photos she told people those were her kids.
Oh my god!
That's awesome. Oh my
I bet.
god.
I bet she's good in bed because she's crazy as fuck.
Oh yeah. She'll suck the black
Man,
off Mike's
not
dick.
That chick, 'cause she was using her brains and not her pussy.
That's good philosophy.
Oh, how about
Kept that under wraps.
how about the NAACP not doing the background check to find out
Yeah,
what's
good
up?
job, players.
Because look, if you're Caucasian, you could be part of the NAACP. They're about the advancement of people that have been subjected or minimalized throughout history, and you could be anyone and take part to help advance people. But you can't be the
lying.
head of it
you lying.
as a white person.
Can't be lying to be the head of it.
That's like the revelation that secret Nazi is the head of the ACLU.
Yeah.
Infiltrated. You guys got infiltrated.
Yeah, well, everybody getting hacked nowadays, so
Yep, that's true. That's true. Okay.
Keep your guard
you
up.
know, that's what you call getting hacked the hard way.
That's right, man. Well, you know, it is craziness.
Well, that's more power to her, baby.
Hey, is it not hypocritical, though, when people say, I know she's a liar and shit, but if someone of a different race said, hey, identify more with this culture or this race because, you know, I was raised around this or this is what I feel like internally, and people demonize that, isn't it the same thing that someone that feels like they're a different gender if you're born a male and you want to become a female and all of a sudden they're
Bruce.
courageous? It seems
Well,
hypocritical.
I assume, I don't know.
You-
I'm who I am, and I've never tried to portray myself as anything else but who
Other
I
than a
am.
pimp.
Hey, you just keep being proud of being a white woman, Mike. You just keep being proud of being
Yeah.
a white woman. That's
So-
right.
Mike is straight pimp. Mike is
We'll
straight
get
pimp.
that
I think
all
Mike's
straightened
touching
out
himself
once
right
we
now.
get there. I do like the Asian flavor, so
Oh man, he goes out to eat Thai food.
You gotta call it. You gotta call them Orientals.
Oriental.
That's
I'm
racist.
sorry, Oriental.
Hey, Mike is a straight pimp. It's always green for the money and gold for the honey, you dig?
That's right, baby. That's right.
Hey, Mike,
Well, I'm here. I'm listening.
Liz by.
We all good.
I'm good,
And,
brother.
I appreciate you guys. You guys just kind of got the world like it is right now. And without your knowledge and support, and I tried to do my best to support the sponsors that supported me along the way. And I've had some very successful and good times behind y'all's help. So thank you once again, Horty, Heavy.
That's 40's
Duh.
Pimpin' 101.
No doubt, Mike. We got your back, dog. And
Right
I'm going to
on,
send you
Mike.
some of that Terpinator, helping you make a AAA.
Nice.
I know a lot of people out there are using that resin faker, making their plants throw bananas nonstop. Don't use the resin faker.
No.
Make a AAA with the Terpinator, suckers.
That's it. Herb.
And then to actually preserve your harvest and keep it as high quality as it is from the day at the end of curing, I'm gonna send you some of the High Q, which keeps the color, aromas, flavors. It preserves them. It's a vitamin C based product that when you spray it on your plants at the end of your grow, it preserves it and keeps it as nice as it was from that first day that you cut it down.
Triple A.
That sounds heavy.
Oh, heavy tea, baby. All right, Mike. Keep making that green.
Sir, I
and
need that, and I can testify that the Terpinator
Church.
definitely works.
Church.
That-
It's the bomb, folks.
that's what's up, Mike.
Praise the
I
Lord.
appreciate you calling in, dude.
Okay, dog.
See you next week. Or
right,
I guess
man.
talk to you next week. See you next
Hallelujah.
month.
Praise the Lord, Mike. Sayonara.
Oh, man. Dovin's got a lot to say tonight. He's on fire.
Yeah, like Mike.
Oh, check it out. It's a lady. We have
Are you sure?
a lady from
Kelly Breeze be all he's messing
Left
with
Coast
us.
Wholesale. We have Amanda on the line. Dr. Duff, I give you Amanda.
Oh my God,
What
it's
is up,
Amanda.
guys?
Amanda, how are you, girl?
Stuff stuffifies me. All right.
Oh, I heard your bush is big and lush and smells great
Are we
and
gonna
full of
skip the truffle
terpenes.
butter thing this week, guys?
I heard the truffle butter's your secret sauce in your garden. I have to come get it. Do you have a little extra for me? I'll take a 1 ounce jar size of it.
That's a lot. 1 ounce of trouble border.
I don't know. I heard she's double timing over there.
Oh, jeez.
Working hard, aren't you?
Hey, stop. Let's knock it off.
I
Knock it off,
missed you. I
Duff.
missed you guys. I missed you.
Well, if you're not working hard, you need to be over here because I'm working hard thinking
Okay.
about you, girl, and your garden.
Leave Amanda alone. Amanda is not just one of the participants in the show that brought Terpinator to the masses, but she is also a gardener and a fantastic lady. It's Amanda from Left Coast Wholesale, the people that brought us Terpinator. Welcome,
What
Amanda.
Hello, guys. How's it going? How's everybody?
Whew, man, we're a little worn out from the 200 show.
Man,
Dr. Duff drank a whole bottle of prodencazine. That's like the medicated syrup. And today was the first day he got out of bed.
I got the worst kink in my neck. Holy crap.
Yes.
I slept wrong. It was only, I felt like a day, but T over here says it's a week.
That's your dignity trying to leave your body.
I don't know what's going on.
So,
but
Amanda, you've been traveling around. You went all the way over to Europe slinging the terp.
I was so hungry.
Tell us a little bit about the Homegrown Expo.
I ate my
Well,
whole
I
fridge.
have to say that, I mean, as far as like open-mindedness goes, those guys are so just eager to learn. I mean, I don't even tell people that we're from the U.S. I tell them that we're from California, and it just like, it steps
That's
up
totally
the
not the
clout
US.
like 20%. You know what I mean? Like, they want to know where you're from, what are you doing, what kind of projects are going on out there. And, yeah, everybody was really warm and welcoming, and they don't really have a lot of big grow operations out there. Most people, they just adjusted all these laws, so all these store owners are getting shut down. It's kind of crummy, actually, to hear about.
Well,
But
I've heard
the
about it
biggest
in
operation
Holland.
I heard about there was like 9 plants, so
Damn, killing the game, Europe.
they're not quite Cali size, but they're cool people, though. It was fun.
Oh, man. But you know, Amanda, this is where I tell people all the time on the show, in the stores, wherever, is it doesn't matter if you have 1 plant, 9 plants, 1,000 plants, 1 light or 100 lights. You should be getting the most out of your plant. And that's what Terpinator does. It allows you to bring out the full genetic expression that the plant can give you. It's not going to take you over what the plant genetically can do, but it basically fills in the gaps. Am I right?
Oh, exactly. And like a lot of the people out there, I'd say like 50% of the people either knew about it or didn't, but the people that knew about it were using it, which was really cool. They don't really have a lot of terpene-based type products out there. There's not a lot that actually exists. But yeah, instead of having like umpteen amounts of really crappy plants, you can have 1 or 2 really badass plants and just kind of increase the quality of what you're putting out. You know what I mean? But the Terpinator will it's the easiest thing to add in to make that happen, pretty much.
That's so badass.
And whether you're going to the farmer's market or you're just growing for your own home consumption, you want to get the most out of it. I take pride in all of my gardens. So I want it to be the best as possible. And adding Turpinator is an easy, cost-effective way to bring out the full genetic expression, which I do love.
Yeah.
Amanda, though, a lot of people get confused, especially in my stores when I'm talking to them. They're like, "Oh, yeah, I don't want to use a Turpinator. I don't need to use a Turpinator. I'm already using a product that's going to facilitate the quality of my plants, like something, I forget the name, it's like Resin Faker or something." And what do you say to them? What does Turpinator, how does it set itself apart from other products out there that say they're going to produce more resin?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. In fact, I, as a rep, have learned to not tell people to stop using what they're already using, because the Turpinator is alone on the shelf. There's literally nothing else that behaves the way it does with your plant's composition and biology.
Okay.
There's products out there that will make your plant think it's under a type of fungal attack, so it produces more protective resins. So the other resin products on the market do work really well in that sense, but they're also stressing out your plant in turn. So with the Turpinator, it's what's called a bioosmotic potentiator.
Whoa!
Say that
So
again
in a
10 times
nutshell-
fast.
In a nutshell, it's like thinking of wind turbines, how the wind coming in or coming out would be the energy being put out by the fan. So the Turpinator is going to do that with your plant. Your plant's already putting out terpenes. It's what plants do. But with the Turpinator, it's going to make the plant more terpenes more rapidly, enhancing gland sites, putting out mass amounts of terpenes. So it's going to give you more resins, more potent smells, longer lasting smells. And in relation to all those, it's going to help increase Brix levels so it can work with flavor. So it's an overall genetic profile enhancer.
It's going to make your shit loud.
Yes.
Loud as fuck, if I can say that.
Damn. Your shit's so loud I can smell it down here in SoCal, girl. Damn, how much Turpinator you use? No, but some of the other products, they say only use during bloom or whatever. And I have noticed, like, when people use that Resin Faker, it's that it stresses the plant out and they'll start throwing bananas, go hermaphrodite, and a lot of problems, especially if they use it too early. With Turpinator, you don't have those concerns. You can use it during veg, bloom, and it actually works better if you start earlier.
Yeah, totally. And that's what makes it so easy, is that it's easy to use. It's got a neutral pH balance. So just adjust your res, do what you do, add it in, and you'll be good to go. You always want to check your ppms. Those are sensitive. But, but you can use it in veg. Everything that your plant is spinning off at the terpene that the Turpinator is going to enhance, those are starting from crack of seed, starting from clone. It's happening from day one. So the sooner you get it in there, the better. So, starting from veg is always recommended 5 mils. And then once you click over into bloom, you want to start putting it in at least 15 to 20 mils per gallon. The website's a little misleading. We're actually in the process of revamping it. We're getting Dr. David Simon for some interviews on the website. We're also going to be launching new products. We're actually going to be concentrating the garden spray as well. So the whole company, Rhizoflora, is going to be coming at you pretty hard pretty soon. We're really excited about it.
Nice. New products coming down the pipeline from the makers of Turpinator. Left Coast Wholesale now. You guys are distributors of very unique products. You just don't try and push all the same shit that Sunlight Supply, Hydrofarm, BWGS have down other people's throat. You have very specific products that have very specific uses, and it sets Left Coast apart. The Turpinator, for instance, you guys also have now the exclusivity on distribution of the Mycofusion. Tell us a little bit about that product.
Yeah, so Mycofusion has been taking...
Sound guy.
It's been killing it for us, because a lot of people are using... There's only a couple products out there that even compare to Mycofusion. I don't want to name any of them, but a lot of them they only have, like 120 propagules per gram. They're using different types of mycorrhizae that combat with one another. There's no need for that. They are using mycorrhizae that aren't even plant specific to our type of industry. So they're putting all these like crappy, biology in these products and just cutting it down with fillers and clay so they get more bang for their buck. So they're selling it to all these people. And people they don't even know what they're using. They follow the good marketing, and they don't do the research on what else is out there. So, for example, with Mycofusion, you're getting all the mycorrhizae is Glomus emossiae and Glomus enterdice, which is the
Dang.
two plant-specific.
Not only are you hot, you
mycorrhizae
speak
that
two
most
languages.
People are
That's like
gardening, you know,
Latin.
high performance, short strain, indoor type plants. And, you know, non-agitative trichoderma, 2 different types of bacteria in there as well.
Speak
So
to me.
everything that's in there is for your plant. Nothing else you don't need. There's no fillers. It's like the top shelf mycorrhizae. It's the best stuff you can buy on the market.
So if someone wants to get some of that Terpinator or Mycofusion, how do they get a hold of you?
So everybody is totally, you guys can, for the Mycofusion, you can go to, you know, saniumorganics.com to go for everything in a whole. If anybody wants to check it out, just go to leftcoastwholesale.com and everything will be on there. Our 1-800 number is everywhere. We're like the hub for customer service. So call us anytime.
Nice, nice. Now, we're talking next week about an event coming up that Left Coast is going to be sponsoring. Do you want to save that till then, or do you have anything else coming up that Left Coast is participating in? Because you guys are now sponsoring
You know, for
music
your
events.
listeners that
Go ahead.
tune in every week, I'd love to give the guys a little teaser on what we're going to be doing next
Do it.
week with you.
Tease me, girl. Tease me, girl. Tease me. I love it.
Just a tease.
Just the tip.
But no, really though. So Oregon has really been backing the whole movement behind offering alternative medicinal, you know,
Cannabis.
routes for veterans. Yeah, exactly. You know, and all these poor veterans, you know, that are coming off the ship from, you know, Iraq and Afghanistan. The doctors just load them up with OxyContin and all these, you know, horrible, you know, drugs that are just loading people down. And, you know, basically we're trying to, you know, have the VA hospital start recommending cannabis. So there's going to be an event. It's going to be the second largest veterans parade in the nation. It's going to be held on July 1st up in Albany, Oregon. So if anybody that's listening is from around here, go visit Samurai Grower Supply on July 1st.
Cool.
From 4 to 7. But yeah, we're gonna be sponsoring that along with a few other people. Mills will be there, Mycofusion will be there, KLR Farms, which is a farm with a Mycofusion, is going to be there. We're all going to be sponsoring it, coming out to support the vets, and you know, kind of getting everybody off this narrow mindset that pills are better than cannabis. So.
That is awesome, Amanda. You guys not only are bringing the quality products, the innovative products to the masses, but you're doing good by our vets. You're doing good by the free states of Oregon, Washington, and Colorado. You guys are blowing up, and you know, aside from that, we out. No, just kidding.
Yeah, dude,
No.
it's exciting. We're happy to be part of the foot forward movement rather than keep it all under wraps and, you know, act like we're not all growing what we're really growing here. You know, let's talk about what we're doing. Let's get it out there. Let's support the vets. Let's support our local growers.
I have
You know,
cucumbers.
doing the thing, man.
Especially in the free states, and you know, once the laws are passed and those free states are now open, you know, people shouldn't be ashamed of what they're doing anymore, and not ashamed, but also overly cautious, which I can understand. You know, there's a certain amount to be spoken for longevity, and it pretty much to be in the game long enough, you had to have that discretion and that caution. But things are opening up. Companies like Left Coast Wholesale, companies like Terpinator are helping facilitate that openness, and I really do appreciate that, Amanda. And I appreciate you calling in and talking with us.
Yeah, dude, you guys are awesome. We talk about you guys in the office. We'll tune in your podcast sometimes. Sometimes we got to turn it down when customers walk in. You guys are pretty rambunctious.
No.
You guys are like,
Whatever.
I learned from listening to you guys.
Fuck that.
I get a
I
lot
know
of my
I know
knowledge
you
and a
love
lot
me.
of my grow know-how from y'all. So we appreciate you guys.
Awesome, Amanda. You know, and we're not everyone's cup of tea, but Amanda loves us, so everyone fuck off.
She likes my good
You
farming
guys are
looks.
fucking awesome.
All right, Left Coast Wholesale, Terpinator.com. Call Amanda directly if you have any questions on how to use the product, if you want to place an order. Her, Justice, all the people up at Left Coast Wholesale, quality people, quality companies, support the distributors, the manufacturers. You don't have to go get everything from one large distributor. Go call up your local reps and support the little guys.
Spread the love.
Hell yeah, guys. Peace. Thank you so much.
All right, Amanda, stay up. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week, guys. Tune in. See ya.
Bye. Love,
Bye,
love.
Amanda.
All right, check it out. We have a couple phone lines open. It's 562-653-0707. This is our first safety break.
Yeah.
I'm going to get high as fuck in the free room, the free state of Green Room over here.
It's
Because I'm
totally
Heavy
free.
T, and this is DFCRadio.
.com.
Your mom.
Where am I?
Dot your mom. Vinny's.
Go find the Mexican blackbird and send all your troubles back home. They all call her Puta, 'cause no one really knows her name. She works the cantina, dancing and a lovin's her trade. Her mama was Mexican and her daddy was a ace of spades. Oh, let's drive that old Chrysler to Mexico, boy. Said keep your hands on the wheel there. Oh, it sure is fine, ain't it? Now you got it. Hand me another one of them brews from back here. Oh, this is gonna be so good. She's hot as a pepper, but smooth as a Mexican brew. So head for the border and put in an order or two. The wings of the blackbird will spread like an eagle for you. Oh, one more time. Can you roll me another Bull Durham, please?
DFCRadio.com.
Taking Dirt MD to the nursery. Dirt MD to the nursery, please.
Introducing Dirt MD, the next generation humic fulvic additive. Add it to your current grow regimen and achieve incredible growth while outperforming the competition. Just one $20 quart of Dirt MD treats 192 gallons and allows you to grow your plants to their full genetic potential. Works with all grow medias and has 2 types of surfactants for maximum penetration when foliar spraying. Visit the website at www.dirtmd.com for special offers and more information on this amazing product. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Dirt MD, your prescription for success.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. La, 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 la.
From Manila to Mendo, Santiago to San Diego, the war rages on. Everywhere gardeners struggle against the chains of tyranny, growers fight for their inalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of higher yields. Voices around the world are raised in a chorus exclaiming, "No more! No more weak potting soils! No more trying to grow plants in a soil that doesn't have enough nutrients to sustain life." The people are rising up and demanding Sanctuary Soil's Victory brand Superior Garden Mix. Victory Garden Mix, a blend of the best composted forest humus, peat moss, and perlite. Victory Garden Mix, teeming with worm castings, humic shale ore, fish, shrimp, crab, and kelp meal. Victory Garden Mix, rich with dolomite and gypsum lime, glacial rock dust, oyster shell, and azomite. The people cry out in unison, proclaiming, "We demand the freedom to grow the best plants possible in the best soil available." Sanctuary Soil is answering your call, freeing you from the shackles of inferior soils. Sanctuary Soil's Victory Brand Superior Garden Mix, the best, highest quality planting mix available anywhere, is now available to you by the bag or by the truckload. For more information, contact your local hydroponic store or go online to sanctuarysoil.com. Sanctuary Soil's Victory Brand Superior Garden Mix, because together we can grow it.
Heavy T is freaking awesome.
Monsanto repoed my hydro store.
Botanicare is proud to introduce a revolutionary 3-part nutrient system that is the culmination of over 15 years of research and development. The Kind Plant Nutrient System. Designed by leading plant physiologists, this is the most versatile, effective, yet easy-to-use plant nutrient system ever created. It all starts with Kind Base. Kind Base contains nitrogen and calcium, but no trace minerals, magnesium, or sulfur. By placing those nutrients in the Grow and Bloom formulas, you have greater control over how your plants grow in your medium of choice. Using Coco Coir or RO water, just add more base to increase calcium levels. Growing in clay pebbles or rock wool, then just reduce the amount of base to ensure the proper calcium level. It's that easy. Kind Grow contains trace minerals and a proprietary blend of all natural ingredients to help maximize root growth, reduce internodal spacing, and create a lush canopy. Kind Bloom was formulated with the optimum phosphorus to potassium ratio. Your plants will have healthy branch and stalk development, accelerated flower set, and increased yields. Kind Bloom also contains magnesium to help improve photosynthetic efficiency, which is critical in accelerated growth environments. To put it more simply, Botanicare's Kind Nutrient System is the only nutrient system that is fully customizable to your kind of plants and medium. Botanicare Kind Base, Grow, and Bloom. Fully customizable. Any plant, any medium. For more information, go to botanicare.com. Botanicare Kind. Make it your kind.
Heavy T loads us up every Wednesday night.
And now, a grow tip with Heavy T. When selecting a hydroponic nutrient in my garden, I like to go with a 2-part. I also like to use something that's nice and clean, not with a lot of organics in it. That's why I choose Europonic Bloom A and B for my flowering plants. It has all the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, including magnesium and calcium, along with all the essential micronutrients that are needed for plants to be healthy and vigorous. They've been around for a long time, and they're easy to use in any grow medium. Check them out at hydrodynamicsintl.com to learn more.
For more grow tips, go to dfcradio.com.
Practicing Kung Fu.
Oh, Daniel-san, you must know how to use CO2 in your garden.
How do we do it?
You go to greenpadco2.com to check out the Green Pad and Green Pad Junior.
Oh, yeah. Green Pad.
More CO2 will bring you peace and tranquility to your life and to your garden.
Captain, Green Pad.
Green Pad and Green Pad Junior.
Junior. Green
Is
Pad.
it right?
Go now.
You buy now or forever you will be sad.
Or forever suffer garden.
Oh, Confucius say, those who don't use green pad are stupid asshole.
Oh, stupid asshole.
Confucius say, more CO2 is better in your garden. Daniel-san.
Oh, Confucius always say 30-50% for humidity.
Oh, try Green Pad and Green Pad Junior at greenpadco2.com.
DFCRadio.com.
living room flow. Play Nintendo with Seasonino. Pick up my phone, say Papa not home. Sex all night, mad head in the moon. Spin my V, smoke on my weed. Tattoo on TT saying B.I.G. Now check it, you wanna be my mid squeeze, baby? Don't you? You wanna give me what I need, baby? Won't you? Picture life as my wife, just think. Full length, make fat X and old links. Bracelets to match, conversation was all that. Showed you the safe combinations and all that. Guess you could say you's the one I trusted. Who would ever think that you would spread like mustard? Shit got hot, you sent feds to my spot. Took me to court, tried to take all I got. Another intricate block, the bitch said I raped her. Damn, why she wanna stick me for my paper? My Moschino hole, my Versace hottie. Come to find out, you was fucking everybody. You knew about me, the fake ID. Cases in Virginia, body in DC. Whoa, always me, that's what I get for tricking. Came out on bail, commenced to ass kicking. Licking the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Disrespect my clique, my shit's imperial. Fuck around and made a milk box material. You feel me? Sucking dick, running your lips cause of you. I want some real fuck a bitch shit. I know you see. Why is he mad?
Nick, better grab a seat. Grab on your dick as this bitch get deep. Deeper than the pussy of a bitch 6 feet. Stiff dicks feel sweet in this little petite. Young bitch from the street, guaranteed to stay down. Used to bring work out of town on Greyhound. Now I'm billboard bound. Niggas press to hit it. Play me like a chicken. Thinking I'm pressed
little doggy?
Rather just be chilling in the stick of
All right, so we're on now, Mark. That's a microphone. You're talking. We hear
Yes,
you.
absolutely. I can hear myself talking.
The first dude with a dog in his lap on the Heavy T Show.
Ah, record breaker.
It's awesome.
They go deep and they go hard.
Welcome back to the Heavy T Grow Show here on DFCRadio.com. If you want to call in, do so at 562-653-0707.
Don't be bashful.
We just heard from our friend Amanda at Turpinator, making it AAA. That was awesome. Now we have our guest, our in-studio guest, Mark Schwartz from Cutting Edge Solutions.
Hey, all you listeners out there in Internet Radio Land.
Internet Radio Land. Yeah, all 5 of them are very
Number
stoked
one.
to have you here.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
But Cutting Edge Solutions, you guys have been around a real long time, right?
We have. You know, we started as farmers, like most of the people that have been in this industry for more than a few days. And, you know, about 20, 25 years ago when we were growing hydro, our choices were limited in what kind of fertilizers we could buy, the brands, you know, the availability. So we went ahead and
You
launched
say
our
when you were growing hydro, have you moved from hydro into probiotic soil? Or what's your favorite style of growing personally?
Personally, I run hydroponics because there's a few things. As you know, I'm a road warrior. I've been at your shop down in Long Beach a few times.
Yeah.
So I'm out on the road a lot. And the convenience of an auto-filling machine, hydroponic
Absolutely.
Evenflow, that's what it's all about for me. But there's no sadness if you're running soil or cocoa. Everything's going to run perfect with Cutting Edge.
Right. So using hydro rock wool, recirculating.
Yeah. What I noticed is I like to do about a 70-30 split. I use the 70% of those hydrocorns. They got a nice jagged rock, and then I do about 30% those little tiny Grodan rock wool cubes.
So do you do like a ebb and grow system, buckets that you
I do
fill and drain?
the old school blue buckets, you know, from the originator, Green Trees from the 90s.
Vince
you know,
down
shout
there.
to Vince if you're down there in SoCal. You know, the originator. But that's what I use. I got his new recessed ones, so those are sweet, you know, no standing
Really?
water.
I don't know about that. What's the difference with those? What do you mean recess?
About 2 or 3 years ago, he came out with he came out from the 1/2 inch to the 3/4 inch fittings, and he made a recessed drain, so you don't have any standing water. You know, it's just a little bit step up, and cleaning makes it so much nicer. You know, I heard a brewer a couple of days ago talking about how they're just basically glorified janitors. And welcome to the hydro world, brother. Scrub-a-dub-dub.
Scrub-a-dub. That's called the Truth Williams. Now, certain dudes that ball so hard just throw their shit away at the end. I don't know who that is, but anyways. No, straight up though, hydro grower. You've been doing it for quite a while. Cutting Edge actually doesn't hire anyone that doesn't have growing experience or farming experience, right?
Exactly. You know, we're all going to need to show that we have experience as farmers. You know, our boss, our founder, he's been growing trees for 35 years. So he's an innovator, he's a scientist, he's a microbiologist. And if you don't, properly know this in and out, you're not going to be able to stand up to the crowds and the questions. And you got to have the experience in the field. So, when you say, it's from farmers, you're looking for that AAA quality of smell, potency, aroma, that's all what everyone's looking for. And we use science to get there.
Yeah, you don't use any nasty PGRs. You guys try to make the highest quality products. They are mineral-based products, right?
Well, yeah, that's like our bread and butter is our 3-part. We make an excellent 3-part. A lot of people are used to hearing the terms micro, grow, and bloom. That's our bread and butter, and that's what made us famous. That is a food-grade mineral-based, but we've also got an extensive lineup of additives, and we actually have an entire organic-based formula called the Sonoma Gold, and that represents Sonoma County, where our factory is.
Oh, shit.
We're one of the few that's in this business that actually is our own factory. We got a brewmaster, we got a bottling plant, and we got the same 12 people that have been basically working there since day one when we launched in 2001.
That's fantastic. And working with a company like Cutting Edge at my stores and stuff is great because you can rely on the products. The products work every time if you recommend them. And then you have great customer support with dudes like Mark, where if you need a question answered as a store owner or an end user, a grower, whatever, they hit you up and boom, Mark can make it applicable to your gardening situation because he has the experience. Everyone up there has the experience.
That's the idea. And not even just like the idea of growing a plant in a closet or overcoming a warehouse. The idea is to have experience in all mediums, all environments, all different types of machines, whether it be aeroponic, hydro. We got guys doing fog ponics. We got guys doing, all kinds of innovative ideas. So just understanding it, how to pH it correctly, how to give it the correct concentration and balance, that's what it's all about, the science.
And, you are active in the garden. You're active in the hydro industry, but you're also politically active, personally.
Personally.
And I don't want to get too far off track of the nutrients. Uncle John is waiting. I'm going to get you up, John, just 1 second, and we have questions specific to Cutting Edge that I want both of you to address.
Shouts.
But you were telling me something in the green room about your political experience. You actually ran for, was it city council or mayor of San Diego?
Yeah, I ran for mayor. I ran for San Diego City Council out in the Beach Cities area where I'm from. I run as an independent, a libertarian, someone that's free of the shackles of unions and free of the cronies with their hands in my pockets, So I'm a big freedom fanatic. Our whole company, our philosophy is America first. We buy local. We are local. We're from NorCal. Cali represent.
Right.
We reference ourselves as the Califormula. And the whole idea is making yourself be in a position where you can be self-reliant. I see no better passion in my life or get more satisfaction is when a person comes to me and says, I quit my horrible desk job in my cubicle of hell, and I'm free now. I'm independent. I might be growing some high-end microgreens or some heirloom tomatoes and hydro, and I'm free. And that's like what it all comes back to with politics. Just supporting freedom and the cause to keep liberty and privacy.
Keep the government out of
just let
out
us
of
do
our
what we
lives.
like to do. Yeah,
let the government govern and handle the streets, the sewage, the trash, all that
the
stuff.
Military.
But
We got the
worry about what I'm putting in my body. Leave that up to me.
Yeah,
the FDA doesn't know what's best for me.
The 9th and 10th Amendment, the freedoms that we have with our states' rights and the ability to experiment. That's our whole dream is to pursue happiness and whatever your angle of happiness is. For me, that's being in the garden. That's producing the highest quality, most aromatic, and most flavorful crops that I can come up with. So.
I see a lot of people now. It's kind of trendy to affiliate with the Libertarian Party or call themselves libertarian, and I find a lot of those people kind of insulting because throughout their own practices in their life, it seems that they're not applying those same values that they say they're politically involved in.
Mm-hmm.
What is your biggest pet peeve with people identifying themselves as libertarian that aren't?
Well, libertarian, there's just a few focuses that our party was founded on, and the first is peace. And unfortunately, when I was a kid, I realized that everyone wants to go to war. It doesn't matter what side you're on. Everyone wants to go to war. And the term non-aggression. You could look at non-aggression all the way down to forced taxation. I'm telling you by force, under penalties and even jail that you have to donate money to this and you got to give money to bombs. It's So the idea was with libertarian was, give us freedom and let us pursue a path that's peace instead of, the war machine. But my pet peeve is when someone says they're libertarian and they're going to support high taxation, government control of their lives. We use the term more freedom, less government.
Well, what are simple things that people in their everyday life can do as peaceful protests to set their libertarian points, in plain view in everyday life? And how can someone peacefully protest the taxation, the problems that you have identified?
Well, there's a few things. Self-reliance, that's a big deal. Start getting your micro farm started up in your backyard. Take yourself off the need list to the have list. That's one big issue is self-reliance, and not
kind of like Ron Finley says. Growing your own food is like printing your own money.
Absolutely,
you take that knowledge of planting and growing your own food. You take the power away from people that want to control the food source. Which, if you control the food, you control the water, you control the people.
Absolutely, you use the term victory garden. My grandma taught me about during the Great Depression. Everybody had a victory garden. My mom taught me how to, I've been gardening since I was a little boy, so I understand how important that is. So we focus on become self-reliant. Have a 55-gallon barrel of water in your garage. Cycle it fresh.
Are you a prepper as well?
I'm not a prepper. I don't have a stockpile.
I saw his Facebook. He buried 3 school buses in his backyard.
AR-15s, ammo, grenades, rocket launcher,
ready to eat,
military meals. I need to get that
RTIs,
that minigun that Terminator's got. Belt fed. No, I mean it's just if you can last 3 days, I think you're in a good spot. If you got a couple fruit trees in your backyard, you got plenty of calories to survive a month. So, just a little bit of common sense, just don't plan on someone else wiping your booty for you,
And
that's what we're saying.
And a lot of times that's what people tend to expect from society is that wherever they lack, society will pick up the slack.
FEMA's going to save me, bro.
It is.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
It is. FEMA's going to be there, bro. Didn't you hear? Jade Helm 15, they got camps outside of Louisiana and Texas right now.
They're flying over Sonoma County right now.
They closed down Walmarts to turn them into concentration camps.
Slow Burner showed me on his Instagram.
And another thing I'd say real quick on, like pursuing freedom is people like bitch and moan all day long, especially people that just hack at Facebook all day long.
Yeah,
and
it's
bitch
me.
and moan. If you just show up to a city council meeting, just a regular dude, guess what? Those people work for you.
That's too much.
There's not a problem. Stand up. Read about the mayor of Petaluma. He's done some really interesting things.
Really?
He's a real smart guy.
And you can start at the municipal level.
Absolutely.
That's the easiest way. Those people actually have your interests in your own little community.
The locals rule.
And you get in there. I don't like to always say the squeaky wheel gets the grease, but if you're in there and you're perpetuating ideas that ring true to other people, you can make a difference.
Seriously, dude. If people got as excited about the word Kardashian as they did with politics or their own freedom, like they'd be raging in the city hall. But it doesn't happen. I go to a meeting, there'll be 5 people there.
No, I know the mainstream candidates for president coming up in 2016, you're probably appalled by. But if out of the group that on both Democratic, Republican, Independent side that actually have a legitimate chance to win, who stands out in your mind?
Gary Johnson, of course, he's running for 2016 again. He's the only presidential candidate that summited all top 10 of the world's tallest, peaks. The guy is a hardcore freedom fanatic, and at the end of the day, when someone wants to argue, I'm going to argue my choice and my freedoms over someone telling me what to do. And Gary Johnson's coming at it. He's accepting Bitcoin. He's a true freedom fanatic. And when you say he has a chance to win, if people would just show up, believe it or not, when I ran, I got 5% of the vote when I ran for council, and that was about 1,200 votes.
Well, to be honest, you did offer a free gram for everyone that came of tomato.
And I offered to take a 50% pay cut because we're talking about public service. They pay these fools $75,000 a year to sit around and vote. Okay, well I told them I'd take a 50% pay cut. Still didn't get the win, but
it's all right.
I was offering them savings.
Hey,
should have said 100%.
At least you entered the race.
Exactly.
If you don't enter the race, it's guaranteed you're not going to win. You're not going to make a difference.
Exactly.
If someone wants to make a contribution or learn more about the libertarian philosophy, where do they go on the internet?
Just lp.org.
Okay.
Yeah, and peace, and another thing that we wanted was freedom with with the cash flow. Instead of using these Federal Reserve notes, they made it illegal to be able to use silver and gold. And we're like, wait a minute, silver and gold's money. Why can't we use it? And
No
if you
more
read
bullion.
if you read the Federal Reserve Act and basically read about legal tender laws, it's illegal. If I wanted to come here and buy a grow light from the Cerritos Hydro Shop, guess what?
What?
It would be illegal if you accepted some silver coins from me.
That was French.
That's sad.
Cerritos.
Cerritos. Long Beach Hydro.
So, but
Long
now
Beach.
we're going political.
Yeah. You know.
Let's whip this bitch
Bring it
back
back.
around
Yeah.
and talk and
Where
grow.
are we? Where are we?
Peace and love.
We're in Numbskull Studios, and we've got Mark in studio from Cutting Edge Solutions, and now we've got John. John from Cutting Edge Solutions, founder,
The founder, the master.
genius, up there at Cutting Edge Solutions. What's up, John?
Welcome, John.
Yes, hi. How are you guys doing?
Hello, John.
We're doing well. We're just talking politics. You know, it's a political show now.
We
Well,
vote.
yeah, I vote, and it's funny. We have K-Mud Radio up here, and it's usually a lot of political talk, and somehow I squeeze a few words in there once in a while, but
Right
about
on.
so
freedom.
Mark is there with his dog on his lap. I'm at our research greenhouses in Humboldt looking at mites through a microscope.
Oh, so
I don't know
you
if there's
do-
anybody on your show before, and that's what they're doing, looking at mites.
Well, there are a lot of people out there that are not growing plants; they're just farming mites.
I saw mine last
There's
night.
a big problem with mites, especially in California. The previous year being so hot, there's not a lot of population loss of insects because it's been so warm throughout the winter. So it seems that they're more ferocious than ever this summer. So people need to be prepared, use preventative maintenance, and then treat them accordingly, like we always preach over here. But with mites, John, how do you handle your mites?
Well, there's all these different spray programs in order to kind of keep mites down or suppress them somewhat, but they still, in fact, really the area of Humboldt that I'm in right now is an example of creating spray programs to breed resistance for the mites. So they just go through everything. And in Colorado, it's even worse. So what we're doing here is I've been waiting quite a few years to work with this PhD entomologist with 50 years experience at total success using predator mites and predator bugs to control other bug populations. And actually I have a son working here too.
Are you finding though that that's a viable option for such a short lifespan plant that we're have a flowering plant for 2 months basically? Is it time enough for the predator insects to actually take care of insect infestation?
Yeah, well, you just have to choose your predator mites. In this case, we've harvested native and local feeder mites, let's call them, mites that live off of not plants but flour, like baking flour. And, you can collect those in bakeries and you can go into feed stores. And mites that live off feed, these are really a good source for food for the predator mite. And then the predator mites, look outside. Not everything is eaten to death. Why? Because there's some major predators out there, honing their skills. Take those out of nature, bring them in, breed those.
And that's what they did at the Biosphere.
The super mite. One of the secrets, though, is, because you probably used predator bugs before and they may or may not have worked. They have to be released at the right time. They need to be fresh. And they need a more complete food source. And so we grow host plants in order to raise pollen to give the predator mites this superfood. So the in-between times after they've devoured all the mites in their path, they can build up some strength to go after the rest of them, lay eggs, and then their eggs hatch earlier than the two-spotted mite, the russet mite, and the very hated broad mite.
So when you have these populations built up, and we are only in a light depth greenhouse or an indoor grow, we are basically 8 to 12 weeks cycle from changing the light cycle 12-12 to the harvest. Are you able to maintain those populations in a way in between switching out the plants inside your greenhouse or your indoor grow? And if so, how do you do that?
Well,
or do you just start over every time?
Right. To get it to work every time, we are developing those techniques. We've only really just started this program, and it's only in response to a lot of growers. I mean, we have people in this area of Humboldt that are losing their fuchsia plants to broad mites. You know, and I know this because I've gone out and I've pulled samples and taken them out to our microbiology lab, and you have to actually cut open the leaf and look for broad mites because you can't see them with your eyes.
Yeah, and they move so fast it's hard to identify with a microscope. You actually have to capture them or cut it open so you can see the damage.
Right, it's when they actually get into the leaf and start feeding that you notice the area that's people think is some sort of deficiency or hemp streak virus or tobacco virus or tomato mosaic virus or all these different things. And in reality, it's actually where the mite is, and then you cut into there, and you can easily see the mite at high power compound scope.
Yeah,
I mean, holding up something to look through that's like 5 or 15 times, it's just not going to do it to be able to see the mites.
And it's kind of,
everybody sees this damage, right? I know this because when anything goes wrong, it's the fertilizers. We're the first people they blame.
Yeah, I know. I own 2 hydro shops. I know.
It's us.
Or it was my advice that fucked them up.
We deal with a lot of different people that have plant diseases, and now.
Well, when someone thinks they have a virus, John, if someone thinks they have a virus, viruses in plants are very, very rare, right?
Certain plants, yes. Let's just say they're rare because when you've got enough, genetic diversity, you generally don't see viruses. It's when you start doing a lot of inbreeding,
a lot of monoculture,
recessive qualities that you want in the plant.
Okay.
And then sometimes you take along a susceptibility to a disease. So, you can get blights, which are bacterial infections, which kind of mimic viruses in a way, anyway, in diagnosis from just walking out in the field. And sometimes, you just go in one direction too far, trying to claim some genetics, and you put yourself into a dead end.
Right.
I mean, in the 70s, we almost did that with the whole corn crop when we had, southern corn blight.
Well,
it worked out like 70% of the corn crop.
Well, we could go on forever about the monoculture planting that's going on in our current agricultural system. And, there's a great piece on it on the news, the HBO series Vice, about monoculture and what we're setting ourselves up for if there happens to be a specific virus, a specific bacteria, or pathogen that attacks these monocultures, that we basically put all of our eggs in one basket, which is stupid as fuck. Like anyone that is a businessman, capitalism and stuff, you say don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's like, yeah, you got to spread it around to
diversify,
have some security, and we're not doing that right now in our July. But anyways,
get some security in July.
I feel you on those points, John. But let's talk a little bit about cutting edge solutions and how it came about, because you were a longtime grower, still are a farmer, a gardener. And you wanted something different, so you decided to take the bull by the balls and do it yourself. Tell us a little bit about how Cutting Edge came about.
Well, I kind of, taking the bull by the balls, I'd rather ride the cow.
Me too. But, he knows your wife, Dr. Duff.
Yeah.
You're welcome anytime.
I don't know. I've always gardened, and I've always been interested in growing plants, and then I got interested in fungi and the relationships of plants. But
I love fungi.
It's kind of growing. You start growing large-scale crops. Like, for instance, in 1990, I worked with an international plant breeder and the Mapuche Indians from southern Chile to grow quinoa.
Mm.
And I was in Berkeley, and I came across quinoa, and it's a plant and a food that spoke to me. And I knew I just had to farm it. And you get out on about 150 acres, and you're in northeast California, out by Aden and Bieber and probably places you've never heard of before, all the way out on the other 299, 5 hours from Arcata. When you're out there, you're kind of on your own. I mean, there's big ag, and they're not doing things like that. My idea of growing quinoa was from the Quinopodium family, where spinach is. It's a 3-lobe leaf, and it can take moisture in from the air because it has large stomates. It doesn't use much water. And I saw in the future that there was going to be, big water crisis because everyone's looking up in that section of the state at the lakes and, the rivers up here and wanting to drain it for big ag in the valley. So, I knew that I had to come up with some sort of foliar spray. And, the beginning of Hum Tea was right there because I realized that, there's sugar beet farmers, and, I went up there because I could get alfalfa land that wasn't productive anymore because it cost too much to put all the chemicals into it. So after 3 years, it could be certified organic, which is what I was after. But the drift from planes that could potentially hit the crop and decertify me was huge.
Right.
And so I looked at that and thought, I got this big investment, and I need to protect it by creating by pulling together a couple strains of bacteria, Pseudomonas being one of them, a Bacillus, and an Azobacter, that could unwind herbicides, pesticides, and some chemical spray and chemical carriers for some of the micronutrients they sprayed on in case of drift, because I was OCIA certified, which meant that an inspector, that was like the real deal organic, where an inspector can just randomly show up in your field and pull leaf samples. So I had to have a way to be able to run the wheel line irrigation and put out this bacteria to be able to unwind a pesticide or an herbicide or something like that might be sprayed. And it just pulls the hydrogens and carbons apart, and the oxygens just fall out. So, and it also would work, for paraquat or spraying other crops too. So I figured it might come in really handy.
I think you should have got a machine gun and shoot down those planes.
Decontaminate.
Cheaper.
Well, they're just other farmers. And
I'll shoot them down.
And that's told by the bank.
It's a threat.
These are people that, kind
it's
of...
my livelihood. I'm American.
Libertarian.
No, I guess as violent as you can possibly get is, watching predator bugs devour broad mites. And that, to me, is totally pleasing.
Sexy.
So...
It is sexy.
Sounds cool.
He's got his battle royales. All right, on this corner, predator mite extraordinaire. We've fed on wheat flour mites for 17 weeks.
Against Horty spider mites.
Weighing in at a total of 0.0002 milligrams. Uncle John's living legend, champion of the world.
The hungry hippo predator mite. Here to gobble them up. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Going up against Horty Chris's 1,000 mites.
Going against Horty Chris's making fun of special kids.
Horrible.
But
no, it's good because,
you're blowing my mind right now, by the way. It might have been the safety meeting I had before you got on, but pretty much my mind is blown. I feel dizzy. Do you not all feel dizzy?
No, I'm just paying attention.
Okay.
I think it's my heart arrhythmia.
I was kind of doing the same thing. I took a break. I thought, I'm going to be on the radio for a while, so the beach is like half a mile away, so I went down a Little River
Rub
Beach,
it in.
and I was just walking along, looking at Trinidad Head, going, wow, this is really great. I'm really feeling relaxed. I'm really low. It's 5:45.
Running.
The sand, jump in the truck.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you were on the quinoa farm. You brought your first product was Hum Tea. Then is what started it all? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Well, that was like the start of Hum Tea. It was, finding indigenous organisms that already work in our environment and can compete chemical fertilizers and chemical pesticides.
No, exactly. So it's basically survival of the fittest. But you're telling me, because I understand the survival of the fittest with other microorganisms, with pathogens, with things that are living. Now you're talking about herbicides and pesticides that they can actually biologically clean the plant of these?
Yes.
Or the soil?
Yes, you can break those down.
Decontaminate's a great word.
There you go.
Take salty soil and remove the salt organically with biomechanisms.
How does that work, John?
So, one of the things that we have in hum tea is Pseudomonas putida, Putida. And these are all organisms that are just, we use a worm casting that we developed that has all of these components in it. We use our lab to check to make sure these components are at a certain level, or these organisms that are a certain level, so that we know that the product is going to work the same every time. But something like Pseudomonas putida can pretty much tear through any kind of man-made thing. The salts themselves, our whole product line is the lowest in sodium of any fertilizer. But when you use other fertilizers in it, they do have sodium in it. The sodium will attach to the bacteria and then leach out of the system. So the bacteria will neutralize the salts.
And then it does the same for the pesticides.
Salts, but it's not really a correct term. But
is it
sodium and heavy metals?
Is it basically a biological chelation then?
Our additives are a biological chelation.
Okay, but the process that we're talking about,
fungi.
But the process we're talking about with the hum tea, they're not actually digesting and removing the pesticides or salts. It's not that type of process.
Well, it breaks it down into basic components that are then, it's kind of like the nothing is ever created or destroyed law of thermodynamics, right? I mean, everything that's on the earth pretty much.
I don't know, man. I just went to state school. You dropped Berkeley and shit. I know you got a big brain, dog.
The master.
The other day I was talking to this physicist, and he was explaining to me why we're going to run out of helium. We're going to run out of helium because the helium is so light it's not affected by the Earth's gravity, but it's able to be pulled by the sun and the moon.
So it's going to be
and
gone.
When they line up, it's extreme. That's why we're losing helium off the planet. And then he went into all the details, and I was like,
I thought it was from making all those DuckTales movies.
I thought it was Vinnie Stone tweaking.
Excuse
me.
Winning.
John, let's get to the flagships. We've got the hum tea. A great product. It sets itself apart from a lot of the other teas on the market. It's a specific worm casting that you guys have created.
What's that called, Puadip?
That is added into it to facilitate the processes that we just talked about. But let's talk about the flagships, the three. Right, we see a lot of 3 parts out there that are the Grow Blue Micro style green 3 parts. What is different about cutting edge solutions compared to other 3 parts?
They probably didn't have to take plant pathology classes that are really extremely long labs, and if you screw up your project, then you have to retake the class, and you don't get to party at all. No girlfriend. Absolutely not.
No fun.
You got to get good at something. So you realize, why don't I just screw all these ag chemicals?
Well, I thought you were going to say your girlfriend.
Compounds. Why don't I just use, monopotassium phosphate from Belgium that they use in Gatorade and Sobe drinks? Hey, why not do that? And then I don't have to use a bloom booster. But back then I thought, if I use really specific but not pharmaceutical grade components, I can get the same results each time, and then I can add disease and see how the disease takes the plant and know that it's not a mineral deficiency or a fertilizer
torture test.
So
you follow me? What I'm saying?
So then let me try to follow you a little bit here, John. Is that you saw an opportunity to bring better ingredients, food-grade ingredients, into a system that is going to be not just healthier for your plants, but healthier for the environment.
That's very true. That hits it right on, let's say, the mark.
Absolutely. You talk about, the viability of your soil and sustainability.
Yes.
Modern agriculture processes we've been using for the last 80 or 100 years or so, we're destroying our soil, the friability, the vitality of the soil.
Friability?
Friability, yeah. You can look that one up today. Friability.
Dr. Dust friability is very high.
So the idea is, I grew up, I've been doing this for 13 years. I knew people that would just toss their soil after every harvest. It blew my mind. And I remember back in the days before I learned learned about Cutting Edge, talking about that salt. You know, scrubbing reservoirs is full of salt. And,
Hornies.
you know, when you're not filling your nutrients or you're filling your reservoir and filling your medium with salt, we're talking about sustainability.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what, John? Not to interrupt you, but Dr. Duff
talking about practice.
Dr. Duff just gave me the signal that he has a brand new Duff product coming out next week.
Aha! Yes, Dr. Duffman here. Hey, did you hear about my new bacteria? It's called Poopacock. That's right. It releases its power on salt buildup. What? Yeah, this stuff's so powerful, it will clean the salt out of Horty's nose so he can breathe at night. Yeah. I don't know if it's really salt or something else, but you know what? It's awesome. Hey, get my Poopacock now. It's the bacteria that kills and cleans. Hey, if you want a garden that's going to be no salt buildup, no lockout, it's called the freaking Poopacock. Poopacock. Get the Poopacock now. Poopacock.
Okay,
It's
you
by Dr.
failed.
Duffman.
Failure.
All right, you can cut his mic off now.
Turn off his mic, absolutely, 100%.
You don't like my Poopacock?
Interrupting
No,
all the
really,
time.
it's kind of like that crazy. I work with this Lebanese microbiologist, and he was pretty much of a character. He's like third generation microbiologist from Lebanon, and his grandfather was the guy who worked with the Germans. Unfortunately, they forced him to, but they're invading North Africa and they're getting dysentery, and they were looking for a cure. And a lot of the
And they drank hum tea.
locals touched camel dung and touched it on their tongue.
Ugh.
Why? Because that's where Bacillus subtilis came from.
There we
That
go.
one bacteria that's super popular and all these things.
Absolutely.
Right,
Yeah, we
came
all say
from camel dung, and then the Germans isolated it out, and then they stopped getting dysentery.
Camel guano.
Hold
Head explode.
My head has exploded. Where have you been all my life, John? Why aren't you my number one guest every week?
Shit analogy.
We're here
Holy
for you, bro.
moly, man. Hey, so we've got the three-part, though. We've got the hum tea. Cutting Edge is all over the place. You know, people look at your sugar additives, and they look at it, hey, another sugar additive. I already use molasses, so why should I add sugary? Why should I add sour D? What's the difference between the molasses that people are adding to their soils compared to your specific sugar products?
Well, one of the things about molasses is it's great, and it's one of the components that's in hum tea with, in one of the little packets. But the difference between something like that and sugary and sour D is plant esters open up the smell, right, that you smell when you open up one of those bottles. Plant esters open up a signal pathway from the roots, and there's organic sugar and there's amino acids that complex the phosphorus that's left over in the soil that you don't want there anyway. You don't want it to leach out.
Right.
You already paid for it, right? And the phosphorus and the potassium that's in the sugary or sour D, it becomes a sugar chelation that can move into the plant with it and push further amino acid production. So the esters opening up the signal pathway bring everything right up to the top of the plant. So when you have sugary and sour D and the right levels of manganese, that is going to push terpene production.
So
Triple A,
And
baby.
terpene production is key.
Because I always think
the entourage effect to a lot of things.
I always,
We,
through
our
my
microbiology lab, we have it on 17 acres outside of Santa Rosa. We have an acre of
Showing
hops.
off again.
We trade the hops. We grow them organically, and we trade them to Fogwell Brewery for beer.
And do you?
The whole idea is to get free
beer,
right?
beer is awesome and
But,
hops are awesome. Do you see a increase in the terpene and resin?
One other plant.
The terpene and resin production
Resin
in the
production and terpenes are critical.
Absolutely, and especially
And
if
the way
we're
to get there is manganese, plant esters, aminos,
And that's what Uncle John's blend is.
and being able to sugar complex phosphorus and potassium right at the end and move it into the plant.
But this is what blows
Sugar
me.
does not go into the plant.
Yeah, see, this is what blows me away because the sugar, the byproduct of photosynthesis is sugar. That's the plant's energy, right? That's what's
Right.
producing. So the sugar, when you talk about it being uptaken, is it uptaken where the plant can use, or is it just uptaken as a facilitator for the manganese and other, such as other nutrients in the soil?
Well, it's, plants make sugar and they excrete sugar out their roots to stimulate and feed a diverse microbial population. It's the microbiology that makes the chemistry available.
And the
to
sugar
plants.
feeds those.
But
that's the food source.
Towards the end, the roots get a little bit rough, and the seed cells open up a little bit more, and they can actually take some sugar in.
Okay.
But that's only at the very end, and that's why, we recommend using those products towards the end.
You're being honest with your customers.
At week 5 or 6.
You could tell them to use it the entire growth, bloom, whatever, which you should use if you're trying to feed your microorganisms. However, if you're trying to run a sterile environment, you can forego some of those sugars until the end.
Yeah, it's not gonna uptake it until it needs it. Plants they feed like robots.
Hey, let me ask you this, John. You got the plant amp and the magnesium amp, the mag amp. Why separate the cow mag?
Okay, because I came up with the calcium first, and I thought that everyone was onto these bloom boosters, and cheap Chinese growth regulators and hormones to throw in them. But I knew that calcium, not phosphorus, is the most major component in plants. When you cut down a plant, if you ever see a hollow stem, that's lack of calcium. You just lost a third of your yield and a third of your quality, which almost makes it not worth doing. Calcium acts as the second messenger in plants. You need to have calcium in your plant in order for your plant to be in the right hormonal cycle, to be able to put out roots, shoots, or flowers or fruits at the right time. It's all a rhythm thing.
Right.
So, the chelating the calcium made it so that it wouldn't lock up with the phosphorus, because that's what happens.
Okay.
You add bone meal or something into the soil, it locks up in 7 seconds.
So
it's available.
So
that first 7 seconds is important to, try to get the roots really wet with it.
Right.
So maybe it'll take some of it up.
So is separating it because the plant needs more calcium?
Was very important to work on, and I could have just thrown magnesium, and everybody wanted me to, and I didn't want to for a reason. Because most of the early plant breeders were not farmers. They were people that went to Southeast Asia War. They were people who went into the Peace Corps. And when they came back, they started gardens in, more remote places in Southern California, places in Northern California, Southern Oregon, and they grew crops. But they used dolomitic lime. Dolomitic lime is about 12 to 17% calcium and 52% magnesium.
It's gonna burn.
See a problem with that?
Right. And the excess magnesium agitates the phosphorus.
No. You've got to have 5 parts calcium and 1 part magnesium no matter what. And now I'm telling you, oh no, it's different. It's only different because of the people who bred the plants to accept more magnesium.
Right.
And so I kept them separate because I wanted to show people that, look, here's what a calcium deficiency looks like if you just use the calcium, you'll correct it. Here's what a magnesium deficiency looks like. If you use that, you'll correct it.
And we can foliar apply.
A cycle, a schedule that you would use both of them, and it starts out 5 to 1, but then it's like 2 to 1 by the time you finish.
Well, why is that? Is it because
quality is better?
Is it because the magnesium helps with the absorption of potassium and phosphorus towards the end, so you include more of it and less calcium? Or is it just
wow? That's who am I talking to right now?
That's Heavy T.
This
in
is
the
Butthead.
Ah, you're a smart man.
Thank you.
I
have my moments.
That is very right.
Demonstrated
In fact,
knowledge.
You walk into situations and see this all the time. The petioles, the stem of the leaf, will look purple.
Yep.
And everyone goes, "Oh, it's
genetic.
It's a phosphorus deficiency."
Or they think it's genetic
you
even.
have to add more magnesium to overcome that deficiency.
Right.
And then you don't have to add more phosphorus. The phosphorus is, all these fertilizer lines are just loaded with phosphorus.
So, John, let me get this right. The whole cutting-edge solution has been formulated to work in a symbiotic way, the way the plant wants to use the nutrients. And we're all out here as growers trying to force more NPK, more CalMag, whatever it is at certain
Hardeners.
points, thinking that we're doing the plant some good, when actually we're just adding more fodder that if we added the right components in lesser amounts, the plant's going to be healthier.
True.
Do what it wants to do.
Yeah, you're giving the plant a choice.
And that's the advantage of the foliar application. You know, with CalMags, typically they're salty and they've got DPTA and EDTA chelates. With PlantAmp and MagAmp, our CalMag, you can apply it foliar with the full sunshine or under your 1,000-watt
doubt.
HPSs. There's no salt in there. They're biochelated. And John can explain biochelation.
Yeah, biochelation. Tell the listeners the difference between bio compared to mineral chelation, John.
Well, there's you mentioned EDTA, which I don't like to use, but unfortunately, manganese is one of the key micronutrients to get quality out of crops. And the only manganese on the market is like EDTA chelated. So that's actually in our micro, or the one that's red, called the biosynthetic one.
Right.
But
Purple drank.
it's not in our Sonoma line, which is the organic one.
Okay.
However, manganese in Uncle John's blend is biochelated, where you have a organic plant food source. You in your solution with potassium sulfate, iron sulfate, magnesium sulfate, and zinc sulfate, and you add the bacteria, and the bacteria will break off the sulfates, and then you add a fungi that feeds on the plant food source, and then it will enzymatically chelate the micronutrients.
So
it's kind of like an amino acid chelation.
So
and there are some companies that do specific amino acid chelations, and they're not bad, but what we do is different.
Yeah,
And
no. So let me get this right. It's an enzyme bonding to the nutrient molecule is basically, but it's biologically created through the bacteria. And then a mineral or acid chelation, it's a fungi. So is it basically the fungi eats the nutrient molecule, poops it out, and now it's biologically chelated, or is it that it bonds to it?
It bonds to it.
Okay, because there are a lot of misconceptions of what biological chelation are, and there are things that become more readily available through the type of chelation where another organism, a protozoa, so forth, eats a molecule of fucking. Nematode eats that, poops it out, and now it's readily available to the plant. Also, through acids, amino acids, humic, fulvic acids, the acid bonds to it to help break down the cell wall to actually penetrate the cell wall to get the nutrient molecule into the plant more effectively.
Absolutely.
But what we're doing, or what you're doing, is using the bacteria creating an enzyme, and the enzyme is what bonds to the nutrient molecule, thus making it more available to the plant.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And that just means instant absorption.
That's awesome, John.
You're talking about directly into the plant's vascular system.
For growers out there, everyone's trying to ball on a budget, or if you're running a large farm, it means you use less of everything. The plant can get what it needs without running a 2,500 part per million solution.
Absolutely.
Guys.
We've got guys out in Sonoma County that are spraying PlantAmp on their grapes. And we've got wineries that are using PlantAmp to get larger grape mass.
And John already alluded to it, but if the plant is healthy, it's uptaking the nutrient effectively, it's going to be more resistant to pests, to pathogen. It's survival of the fittest. Pests and pathogen attack sick plants. If your plant's healthy, they're more likely to move on.
Just like our silica will provide.
Hey, John.
like Bulletproof SI,
tell me about that.
That's complex. It's not chelated because it's not a metal, but it's enzymes from seaweed and pulling out the silica source into silicon, and then it's amino acid complexed so that you get silicic acid. So it's like 5% silicic acid, which is what the plant wants to uptake.
Right.
And so it goes, like you were saying, it goes right into the plant. And when you have the right balance of calcium and silicon, it builds, the girth of the stalks is unbelievable, even on small plants. And so people see it right away. And the leaves get a little bit more leathery. And overall, it's better structure for the plant. And that makes it, more disease resistant. It's just its strength.
That's awesome, man. All your products are so unique. Like, I don't think we could take up the whole 4 hours talking to John. John's blowing my mind away.
I've been working for him for 3 years, and my brain every single time is just like a sponge.
If you want to learn more, go to cuttingedgesolutions.com. Mark's going to hang out as guest analyst with all your grow questions. While we still have John on the phone, though, I do have a cutting edge solution question from Dustin in Maryland, guys. Here he comes. We have Dustin from Maryland. You've waited a while.
For 2 hours. Go for it, Dustin.
What's your grow question?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going good, Dustin. How are you?
Pretty good.
All right.
My question: I love your sour D and your sugary. First of all, the sugary is amazing. My question is though, I'm going to actually start using your 3-part now. And what order do I mix? Do I do the micro first or the bulletproof first?
Do the bulletproof first.
Okay.
Add the silica first, and do you let it mix in nice for 2 to 5 minutes, John, or is it ready once it's in there to start mixing everything else?
You can just mix it and give it a stir. It's ready, like you say, in a minute or two.
What if someone adds it at the end? I notice a clouding sometimes if people add silica at the end. Is that alluding to nutrient fallout? What is that?
That's potassium silicate, and the silicate wants even more potassium. So it starts locking down the potassium, and then it just does a cascade of lockout of all these other things. When you ask, what do I add first, because so many people are familiar with potassium silicate,
yes,
we want you to add the silicon first.
Okay.
Because so many people start something and maybe step away from it for a minute, we ask you to put the micro in first. It's kind of working with plants all these years. It has been easier than trying to write instructions on labels for everyone to follow.
When Nick Young comes and says that doesn't make sense, rewrite it. Keep going, John. You're there.
That's the procedure. The bulletproof SI first, then the micro, and then if you're in the veg stage, it's the micro, the bloom, and the grow.
So, and remember, Dustin, the bulletproof isn't a potassium silicate; it's a salicylic acid. And there's a lot of overpriced products on the market that are claimed to have salicylic acid in it. You get an affordable way to basically make your plants bulletproof and bring out the full health of them. And if you add that in conjunction with the Plant Amp or the Mag Amp, then you're going to be styling.
And our dilution is only 1 mil per gallon on the bulletproof. So some of our competitors 2 to 5 mils per gallon. We're just 1 mil per gallon.
Booyah! Right on. And I guess I have to follow up with that then. How come some of the pH ups have potassium silicate in it, and you add your pH up last?
Okay, my answer to that is never add pH up. Never.
Right.
It's potassium hydroxide usually, but never add it. That locks too many things out. pH down is just phosphoric acid. It's not so bad. People use our Plant Amp, and they call us up. They're like, why did the pH drop 2 points? And I could have taken more organic acids out, but the plant finds those organic acids beneficial, and it absorbs those. So if you're on a recirculating system, you'll notice that the plant will balance the pH.
Well, what about running with rock wool, John? Do you run into a problem when it's too acidic that the rock wool disintegrates?
Do I run into a problem when what?
Well, I've seen with rock wool, if the solution is too acidic, like you're saying, it dropped 2 points. Let's say it dropped to 4 or 5. Sometimes it occurs where the rock wool will actually disintegrate in a too acidic environment. Have you guys run into any problems with that with the lower pH?
No, I've never seen that happen before.
You run rock wool, Mark.
Yeah, and that's a very short swing. We use the term swing feeding. It's a very low, a short time where it's in that low pH range, so that it has access to certain nutrients that have a better uptake at a lower pH. So this is a very temporary effect, and the idea is to get access to the nutrients at all pH ranges.
So the solution goes into the roots adjust the pH as needed, and take what they need, and as it goes, will you notice a general rise like most people? nutrient solution.
So you're saying that you don't even need to pH adjust your nutrient solution?
Usually not for at least the first 3 or 4 days. So you mix everything up. You'll see on your first ebb and flow after you recollect and check your pH, you'll probably see a rise of about a half to a 1 point. Depends on what your water starts with. But within usually 48 hours, as that chelated organic calcium is absorbed by the plant, the pH naturally rises back up to the target point. And that's at the only point where I'm going to maintain my pH, keep it around 5.5 for hydro recirculating.
Right. Nice.
Now, what if you're in a drain the waste system?
What's your question?
That's okay too, because if you measure, you can pour on water that's at 3.5. Like use our whole fertilizer line, really strong in RO water, and pour it on and just keep it running. And it keeps coming out the bottom 6.5. How does it do that? It does that because plants will pull up water, break the hydrogen-oxygen bond, use some of the oxygens for some processes, use some of the hydrogens to build itself with carbon, and then excrete other hydrogen ions out their roots, adjusting the pH in the rhizosphere. So this whole measure of pH or potential hydrogen has been for like field crops,
right?
Because they want to know, are things like manganese going to be available? Because manganese is a key micronutrient. Right. Manganese is the ability for plants to take up nitrogen, and it's only available at a pH of 4. So plants have to work really hard to put a lot of hydrogen ions into the ground in order to be able to mine whatever manganese is down there. Manganese is key because all plants will make an enzyme that acts like a catalyst that lets nitrogen flow into the plant and through the plant without burning any cells. So you get, so people go, wow, I've run your line at 2,800 parts per million in veg, and I got no burn. And I'm like, yeah, that's because you used the Uncle John's one that has the bioavailable manganese. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Now pull that out on a plant and see what happens. The leaves will crisp right up.
Right.
But manganese is a key micronutrient in the Cannabaceae family because, it's really well studied. UC Davis, Corvallis, Hop Station, Puyallup, there's all the literature coming out of there, Cornell in New York State. And hops will take the manganese and make 2 coenzymes that boost the terpenes and the lupulin 2 to 3%. The lupulin is that like buzz effect you get on the strong IPAs.
Right.
And then the terpenes, once again, the entourage effect, boosting the terpenes 500 to 1,000%.
Whoa.
That's where you get your flavonoids, smell, flavors, effect. You need that.
So basically, use cutting-edge solutions to grow the dank.
Yeah, and I'd like to chime in there real quick. I work for Cutting Edge, and I've worked for John in July. It'll be 3 years.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason I work here, I have no stock options, I have no ownership, but the reason I work for them is this the finest nutrient I've ever used. I've been in this business for 13 years.
You can't sell what you don't believe in.
Exactly, and I grew with every other fertilizer, and all of my contemporaries, we had grow houses. I've seen everything, I've tried everything. But when it came to the highest quality for the lowest price, I ran Cutting Edge. It was the first time I ever saw 2 pounds under a light.
Dang.
And then I got addicted, and the rest is history. American made, the prices are great, and that's why the big industrial farms.
That's a big point. It's California made. It's American made. It's run by a family. And they treat everyone that they work with like family.
Uncle John,
the founder and innovator, right here talking with us, John. Exploded my mind. John, I wish I had so much more time to talk with you, man. I want to give you a round of applause. Dustin, thank you for calling in from Maryland. I'm going to send Dustin some of that Bulletproof. I'm also going to send him some Smart Pots and a light bulb from Grow Light. What size light do you have, Dustin?
600 watt. Can I get a blue?
Yep. I'll send him a 600-watt True Blue, that Bulletproof, and the Smart Pots to your local hydro store, which is where, brother?
PA Hydroponics.
PA Hydro.
And we'll
Hey.
drop some G-Rex in there from Cutting Edge Solution. That's our rooting product as well.
Okay, man. Well, we're going to get more into the other products, John. I got to take a break, man. I'm a little bit over. But I want you down here in studio or call in again because you are a wealth of knowledge, and I know our listenership loves it and appreciates it tremendously.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, you are actually a wealth of knowledge, too. You kind of shocked me with some of the things you said about phosphorus that are right on. And, you know, I don't usually find the intelligence out there. Let me put it that way.
Well,
So,
John, we don't have to suck each other off.
Teamwork makes the
Just
dream
so you
work.
know,
I'm on my way for the trade show, so I'd love to come by. And say
Yeah,
hi.
make sure you bring extra lotion. It's going to be a long one.
no, it's only a size 7, but if the bitch is fine, I'll stretch to a 9.
Hemp-based.
Hey, John, I really appreciate it. CuttingEdgeSolutions.com. Their website is being updated, but you can go to the original site. Follow them on Instagram. Follow them on Facebook. Contact Mark. Contact anyone from the website. You're going to get answers to your grow questions if you're using Cutting Edge immediately.
Lots of great stuff on Pinterest.com and all the grow forums. Just search for Cutting Edge Solutions. Take a look.
Awesome. Hey,
Thank
John.
you.
Thank you, brother. You have a good rest of your evening.
Peace.
Thanks, John. I love you.
Peace and limited lease. Hey, let's take a quick break. We're coming back with Horty's Facebook Fucktard of the Week. Yes!
Fucktard of the Week.
You think we forgot about it? No, we didn't. It doesn't have anything to do with special kids getting hit by cars. Unless it's Dr. Duff.
Special kids need the most attention.
CuttingEdgeSolutions.com. Check it out. Listen to our sponsors,
American
DFC
made.
Radio.
.com.
NorCal represent.
The rhymes from the microphone solo with. So you sit by the radio, hand on the dial soon. As you hear it, pump up the volume. Dance with the speaker till you hear it blow. Then plug in a headphone, cause here it go. It's a 4-letter word when it's heard to control your body to dance. So, got a tempo like a red alert. Reaches your reflex and let it work. When this is playing, you can't get stuck with the steps. So can say, and I'ma still come up with a gift to be swift. Follow the leader, the rhyme go deaf with the record that was mixed a long time ago. It could be done, but only I could do it. For those that could dance and clap your hands to it. I start to think, and then I sink into the paper like I was ink. When I'm writing, I'm trapped in between the line.
Nobody's safe with Dr. Duff lurking around the fucking expo. Nobody's safe.
DFCRadio.com.
Hi, and welcome to Non-Specific Hydro.
Yeah, hey, I have a buddy of mine that was telling me about a great additive.
Okay, do you remember the name?
Yeah, his name's Steve. He's a good buddy.
No, the product.
No, he told me it was a super concentrated organic enhancer. Comes in a yellow bottle.
Well, it sounds like he's talking about Floralicious Plus from General Hydroponics.
I don't think that was the name, but he also told me it was a vegan bioplant stimulator that contained vitamins, plant sugars, amino acids, seaweed extract.
Yeah, that would be General Hydroponics Floralicious Plus.
I don't think that's it, man. He told me it was something like Dora Vicious Flush or something. And he said it was like an organic supplement that could also be used in vegging or flowering, and it was compatible with hydro, soil, and cocoa.
Yes, that would be General Hydroponics Floralicious Plus.
Oh, hey, man. I just remembered what it's called. It's Floralicious Plus.
Oh, good. I was drawing a blank.
Floralicious Plus from General Hydroponics. Ask for it by name.
We wrote the wrong.
Run for your lives! It's the Terminator!
No, it's not the Terminator. It's the Terpinator.
Oh, wow, what's that?
Oh, you haven't heard? You have to try this stuff. The Terpinator is the newest creation from Rhizoflora Incorporated. It's the one and only product on the market that has proven to increase the concentration of terpenes in your aromatic plant oils and glands.
How does this Terpinator work?
The Terpinator works by utilizing fundamental plant metabolites through a proprietary reaction that catalyzes the increase in terpene production. Its unique composition provides the basic building blocks plants require to produce flavorful oils and a significant increase in terpenes, which will increase your aromas and flavors.
Nice. I bet with all the increase in terpene content, your plants must just be covered in resins. Oh man, I'm currently using products right now that's designed to increase the resins. Should I swap them out?
Well, that's correct. Terpinator works great alongside other products, but it's the only product out there. that is going to give you a higher terpene content. Having a higher terpene content means bigger glands and increasing gland size, which makes a dramatic difference in appearance as well as more pungent odors. Terpenes are not only your aromatic plant oils, but your plant's genetic fingerprint as well. Those terpenes boost your plant's natural defense mechanism against insects and mold.
I really want to try this product. Does it have any harmful chemicals or PGRs?
Heck no. The Terpinator utilizes only organic inputs and produces notably amazing results in a matter of weeks. It is both a soil and hydroponic system friendly fertilizer that is compatible with any nutrient line out there. It is recommended to use this product during your entire flowering cycle, starting from the first week of bloom at 15 milliliters. However, there has been a lot of feedback of people getting amazing results when bumping it up to 30 milliliters per gallon the last 3 weeks of bloom.
Wow, this is the ultimate game changer. Dude, I have to get Terpinator. How do I get this stuff?
To increase dry weight, smell, taste, and a complete overall quality of your flowers, go to www.terpinator.com and make it AAA today.
Uber, because you want more.
Hey guys, come outside, check out my new car for our new sponsor, Uber. Yeah.
You bought a new car to drive for Uber, Duff?
Yeah, I'll be picking up people making cash.
This ad is for Uber Nutrients.
Wait, what, nutrients?
Yeah, the powerful, quality-oriented nutrients designed for the professional grower.
What am I supposed to do with this brand new car?
Maybe drive yourself up to the local hydro shop and ask for Uber Nutrients.
Uber Nutrients, where do I find that on the internet?
If you can't make it up to your local hydro shop, Duff, go to ubergrower.com.
Ubergrower.com?
That's ubergrower.com.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try Uber.
High-performance nutrients for your plants. Uber, because you want more.
I'll show you that artichoke, bro. You're gonna be amazed.
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other...
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So, I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Saint. Live and learn, player. Live and learn.
Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
Heavy T is freaking awesome.
And now, a grow tip with Heavy T.
There are several different ways to take clones from a plant. There are some rules to follow, though, to make sure you're successful with whatever method you're using. Always start with clean, filtered water and healthy stock plants. Use a water-soluble nutrient solution with adequate phosphorus to stimulate root development. Add a cloning gel with some rooting hormone for faster rooting times. Cuttings require heat and humidity for survival, but too much is detrimental. Always start with clean machines and new substrate to give your new clones a healthy start. This is Heavy T reminding you to clone responsibly.
For more grow tips, go to dfcradio.com.
And tune into the Heavy T Grow Show, Wednesday, 6 p.m. live.
dfcradio.com.
Montana, off the rip, boy.
I'ma ride with my dog off the rip. Talk brown bag, paper tag off the rip. Shorty came through, bent it over off the rip. Dope boy bag, pop the tags off the rip. Nigga off the water from the block, dirty money off the rip. Cut a short fiend, talk money off the rip. Walk up in the deal, 150 off the rip. My dog came home, $150 off the rip. On me, oh my, cut dope, gon' need more quinine. Off the rip, 40 knock his head off the rip. Top V, nigga sped off.
Coke boys get the coke money, plenty cash, live niggas to smoke hash, Phantom C stash, you dunk, you walk, I'm hunchback, buck quiet, talk about me casa, you TMZ niggas gossip.
Rory looking good on the strip. Talk 100 mil, that's a motherfucking grip. Johnny Hancock, 10 milli off the rip. Shorty boy the friends off the rip. Bitches busted open, eating pussy off the rip. West side getting blood money with a crip. My dog getting out, money orders off the rip, boy. Spin a car note on my fit, boy. Manoof bow hanging off my clip, boy. Niggas running like a skip, boy. I push you on my skip, boy. On my wrist is a brick, boy. Built the empire brick by brick, boy. Coke boys off the rip,
Coke boys get the bloody money. Dirty cash, live niggas who smoke weed. Car seat stash, you monkey walk. I'm hunchback, speak quiet, talk about me casa. Scared to death when I pop up.
I'ma ride with my dog off the rip. Talk brown bag, paper tag off the rip. Shorty came through, bent it over off the rip. Dope boy bag, pop the tags off the rip. Nigga off the runner from the block, dirty money off the rip. Cut a short fiend, talk money off the rip.
What is?
I was
joking. Check it out. Check it out. Check it. We're back here live. Mark's still in studio from Cutting Edge Solutions.
All kinds of people in here.
Dr. Duff here drinking his Piss Light. Our main man at the end of the table, Cordy drinking his D&G. About to go pick on some special kids.
Medicated lemonade.
That's why I almost hit him.
That's what plants crave.
But we do have a very special guest. Came in at the last minute. We've got our man Nathan here. And Nathan
goes by the name of Truck.
Trucks.
Trucks.
Is Trucks
It's
with an
trucks.
S, right?
With an S.
That's right, like more than one.
More than one. We got trucks for days.
Like skateboards.
Yeah, like skateboards.
All right, Nate.
Sector 9.
Check it out, Nate. No,
Yeah, Trucks. Where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Arkansas.
Talking to the mic. That's like you tell your girl on the wedding night.
There we go. Got to talk in the mic.
Directly into the mic.
Well, I'm originally from Arkansas. Recently moved to New York City. And now I'm out here in beautiful sunny San Diego. We're not in San Diego. We're in Los Angeles.
Please give us
so.
your taxes.
Whoa, man.
Oh, you don't want the New York City tax. You don't want that at all.
All right, Nathan, check this out. Take a deep breath and tell yourself no one's listening.
No one's listening to me.
All right. You're not in San Diego. You're
not even.
We're in Los
you're
Angeles.
Basically just out. No.
We're outside of Los
You're
Angeles.
in Cerritos, but we call it Long Beach because no one knows where Cerritos is.
Right.
Long Beach. There we go.
Which is in L.A. County on the edge of Orange County, which gets
Where
really
the surf
confusing.
meets the turf.
That's right.
Except there's no surf. When
Right
you get-
near the beach, boy.
When you
Hey,
get
man, don't be the black cloud.
Lord of mercy.
Cabronis.
Jabba.
Showing off.
Jah will provide.
Just think of Snoop Dogg, okay?
All right. I can dig that.
All right. Check it out. We have some cameras
that
around
lemonade?
us in the studio. We're all lavied up. We got our mics on and stuff. I've unplugged mine several times just to fuck with Perka. Perka.
Is that
Durka, Perka.
Good old Burko. He's a good man.
He is. He does have much of a sense of humor, though. That shit was funny.
It's pretty dry.
But there are cameras around. We're helping you out, or you're helping us out. I don't know what is really
what's
going
really
on. Tell us, though, what is going on. Come on. I want to know.
Yeah, what
Our
are,
listeners want to know.
you doing out here?
Well, the whole thing is
There's just no reason. Like, it's just.
You're gonna lie.
I just don't have a ginger on for no reason, is what I wanted to say.
Oh, you got to have more of us on there. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. You're very pretty. I'm standing over here. That shit might be contagious.
You got the fire.
But we're here filming some stuff. What's going on?
Well, really what's happening is I have started kind of a personal project. Me growing up in like a landlocked state in Arkansas my whole life, I've never really got to travel and experience a lot of things. So we're on the search for the bold and the unafraid and going to different worldwide cultures and really engulfing ourselves in the culture itself. And it's not your typical going through the tourist stuff and everything like that. We're trying to show the real places.
Right, like you came to L.A. and instead of going to like Venice Beach Boardwalk, you decided to come on a radio show where people teach people how to grow things that are probably federally illegal.
Purple tomatoes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
purple tomatoes.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Non-GMO.
Purple tomatoes. Look, I grew up on a tomato farm. I've seen some purple tomatoes.
You seen
My
them
family
black
specializes in the pink tomatoes.
Well,
Vinny likes cucumbers.
actually,
Ping
the tomatoes in Arkansas are probably brown tomatoes. if
Well,
you
close.
catch- Like we got the purple ones out here.
Horty's got brown cucumbers coming out.
That's right.
Ditch tomatoes.
Call them doo-doo cumbers.
That's
Dude,
right.
it's
That's
very
close.
That's a new GMO one.
So we're here. We're doing our thing with you. That's pretty fascinating. So you have nothing else to say, huh?
Where else have you been since you've been out here? Where did you go?
Oh, well, man, upon landing in California, we just got back from, where was it, San Francisco.
Did
We just
anybody
got
take their
back.
pants off?
Nice.
That was pretty cool. We were out in the middle of the redwoods looking for some squatch.
You were looking for some Sam Squatch?
Wait. You saw some Sam Squatches?
Sam Squatches.
Oh, we tried to.
Hey, Ricky, I
think I
saw
Chupacabra lives out there.
We don't want
Yeah.
to tell you, but they showed
he
up
does.
at Cutting
Yeah,
Edge's
raw.
test. We had some greenhouses and we saw Sasquatch.
Sasquatch was there hanging out.
You just happened
They
to
would.
take some of that special fungi Uncle John was talking about.
We didn't get any photo evidence, but
The redwoods, the Sasquatch, those people are
sure I like
super
outside.
passionate and believe wholeheartedly that this being exists up there, right?
Oh, exactly. They're gung-ho about it at all times.
What evidence did you see? Did people show you like fur samples, foot imprints?
I mean, it was kind of at one point we were going through the woods and stuff, and he was like, "This right here, this is some Squatch poo right here."
there's actually a guy in Eureka that sells Sasquatch guano. It's 100, 100, 100. Yeah, it'll blow up your garden.
There's
Or-
a lot of bums out there in the
Man, I bet
forest,
that's just
dude. Are you
expensive.
sure?
It is. It's about $9,000 a kilo.
No
Oh, wow.
way.
I know for sure. I got family members that live in the forest.
Dr. Duff poo is 100, 100, 100 from his Del Taco diet.
Oh,
And it's
squishy.
pH balanced.
Yep. Now you two,
It's made for a woman.
shut the fuck up because I'm talking to the ginger.
The ginger's here.
All right.
Which one?
Ginger trucks. How, what evidence did you see aside from like poo and other things?
I mean, there wasn't really much. They're as they were telling me, they're very elusive creatures.
So
the
you-
Sasquatch. So we were unsuccessful in finding anything.
So you
but-
found one in actually in society here with Horty Chris coming down to see him.
Yeah, it totally looked like a Sam Squatch.
This was where the leads came.
That's right.
They brought me right here.
Right here to this shop. That's
So
where you knew it.
Was that your first stop on your adventures?
Well, we stopped for a little bit in Hollywood for a half second. Met up with a good friend of mine who was a bodyguard for a while. Very good dude.
Fascinating.
Oh yeah, we
So-
went, and,
so
we
you
went and
got-
walked around Compton for a little bit. That was pretty fun.
No, you should always take
got a hood pass.
So you knew a black guy that was a bodyguard that took you for a walk around Compton. Got a hood pass.
Somewhat, yeah, pretty
Nice.
much. I just walked around, said hello for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
being from Arkansas, I'm sure walking around Compton was pretty interesting, huh?
I was pretty close. It was pretty close. You
Was
know,
it?
I
But it
grew up in
wasn't-
South Arkansas, man. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
He lives
pretty
in,
much.
He lives in New York now. So where is this whole series going? You can't win and search Sam Squatch out. You went to Compton. You then came to our studio, which I know is just blowing your mind how sweet we are.
Oh, I love it. This is the first radio show that I've been on in a while, so that's pretty cool. But I hear this is like the future of radio.
That's what I heard. Durka
Science.
told me.
Durka?
Yeah.
The science of
Durka.
the future radio.
Where is he?
Yeah, we like to call it like a niche podcasting type thing, like where you know
Niche casting. We coined that shit. Don't use it.
Yeah, niche casting, and it's the premise of it is that it's a very specific audience, so you know who's listening. The people that are obviously interested in it's a very specific topic that we talk about. So the people who are listening are more than likely interested in those specific topics. So you find that for advertising or marketing for other companies which may not have outlets as you do in other markets, this particular industry doesn't have much by the way of places to promote your products.
He's giving out the secret. Shut him up.
So this gives our sponsors direct access to people who are 100% totally interested in the types of products that they offer.
Okay.
So, it's like if we talked about monster trucks and race cars and
Machine
tennis
guns.
and machine guns.
Awesome.
And, maybe the guy who's into machine guns isn't into tennis, so he doesn't really give a shit about the tennis ball company that's coming on. Get it? But
Yeah.
in this industry, pretty much all of our listeners are into this specific thing. And with the other shows like Beer 30 on the DFZ radio network, it's specifically geared towards craft brews. So if someone's not into drinking craft beers and they only like to drink Budweiser or Miller,
Go to the
then
Budweiser one.
They're probably not going to listen to the show. But the people who are into what you're trying to promote, this is a venue for those people to promote their products and for people to hear about things that they're interested in.
And for instance, we have a show in pre-production right now that is basically how to efficiently cut up as much cardboard and fix 10-speed bikes that are directed towards meth heads.
Right.
So, we're going to help them out as much as possible.
Best alleys
We
to
found that
hit.
their attention span is only a couple minutes, so it's only a
You gotta be
2-minute show.
fast. You gotta be real quick with it.
Well,
they focus in on bicycle spokes on
Vinny Stone's going to
There
be
you go.
hosting that show.
with a Brillo pad.
Listen, though, Trucks, Nathan, Ginger, whatever. For real, though, you like that, don't you, Vinny? You're over there. Vinny's so
Big no.
pissed. You're starting this venture. Do you have a history in production, or is this just a passion that you came up with an idea and you found some people with cameras?
Well, I work in the film and television industry. Been doing that. That's why I moved to.
Because you're fairly young. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're venturing out, producing your own things, selling ideas to production companies, it seems like you're doing well by yourself.
Well, I mean, we're just trying to be able to just kind of bring education, wake up the young people, and get out and learn something. Get out and experience life, because everyone my age and below, they're just stuck on their cell phones all day long.
Get off your phone.
You're sitting there looking at dinner, and you have people, just all 4 people at the table,
Rude
just
as
all
fuck.
just typing on their phone. Nothing's going on. No one has anything to talk about anymore.
But
And
there
so
are some
this-
nice asses on Instagram.
There are some very nice asses on Instagram.
Sometimes that takes precedent over talking to your mom.
It's true. It's like, Mom, look, this is a full moon.
No, I
I'm
just
catching
show her.
right
I'm like,
here. I gotta go away.
she's like,
Look at
okay,
this."
go ahead and look at that.
My mother's too conservative for that. She wouldn't like that.
So you've been working the film and television industry. Did you go to school for this type of career?
I did. I went into a nice little small film school in South Arkansas called Southern Arkansas Community Technical College.
Well, sounds pretty cool.
Do you know Heel Hauser?
I think I saw
I do
their.
not.
I think I saw their commercial on the Judge Joe Brown show one day. It was like, get off your couch and do something.
FarmersOnly.com.
Right.
That's California.
Heel
gold.
Hauser's huge.
Look, my aunt did the Farmers Only website thing, and she found a nice little farmer.
God
It was
bless
pretty-
America.
Nice.
So, but you did go to school for this. This is the career path that you chose, and you're basically an entrepreneur. You have an idea for a show that you're going to go pitch to people. Give some inspirational words for people out there that don't think that they can be an entrepreneur, because for you being so young, it takes balls to actually go out and put your dick on the line. Yeah. Inspirational words, Ginger.
It's good. My balls are really small
he's like,
and my
I
dick
have
is
no
non-existent.
soul.
He's like threading the
I
studio
gave up
head
the
with
soul a
Ginger.
long time
I
ago.
have no soul.
There's really nothing on the line.
There's nothing.
I just want to brainwash the masses by look into my ginger eyes.
My dad has
Look at
$10
the
million
flare.
he gave me.
Satan told
Look
me
at the
to come
flare.
on.
Look at the red flare on top of my head.
If someone does want to get into production, though, what's the best way to go about it?
I am Satan.
As far as working in the film industry, or just trying to just come up with something of your own and running with it?
Television, film, music.
I mean, the
all,
best
all
way-
those to me are correlated in one way or another.
I mean, anyone I think in the film industry will tell you the best way to get started in it is you have to dedicate a lot of time and work for free.
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
have to chase coffee.
Yeah, I worked for two straight years making zero money on a lot of stuff.
Was that the public channel in Arkansas?
Huh? No, never did the public channel. My dad wouldn't let me sign the form to get the cameras out. He was like, "These are too expensive." It's like, "These are running on VHS tape. Damn it!"
Put in the hours in. Put in the hours and do the lowest of the low jobs. You're not going to be a producer or a director off Jump Street.
Oh, exactly. And that's the one thing that a lot of these people graduating from film school and stuff, they're coming out and they're like, "I went 4 years. And I'm a fucking movie director, damn it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make the greatest fucking movie ever." Well, the problem is...
You will.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but the problem is that the people in the industry who have been there for 20, 35 years don't believe anything that you're saying. Like, you need to be able to prove your weight, be able to have people trust you. Because, I mean, a lot of the gear that we're dealing with is thousands upon thousands of dollars. And exactly, it's a whole bunch of money, and the productions need to know they can trust you with it. They need
Right.
to know they can let you go and be able to bring back stuff to you, bring back the footage.
Is it a good old boys club? You know, did you have to go on several casting couches before you got this gig?
He
There's
just
only
walked
one
in and
casting
laid
couch.
face down on the couch. and bit the pillow.
Grab
It was like,
They were
"Oh,
looking.
yeah."
It was an ad. They were looking for redheads. I showed up, and it was all. It all was up from there.
Premium.
Here we are.
I think I saw that on YouPorn.
It's a premium Genge.
It was super gross. I was like, check out this chick with a beard.
He
There
got
you
the
go.
bat.
It was me.
It was called Panal.
Anal.
That's ridiculous.
It is though. Hey, dude, plug whatever you got to plug. Go ahead, because we're gonna get the fucktard of the week now.
There we go.
You're not the fucktard. He's the fucktard. But
I'm not the
I'm
fucktard.
the person
Good.
who does the fucktard.
Fucktard. If people want to see what you have coming up, a website, anything that you got going, or no?
Well, it's all kind of up in wraps right now. It's secret.
Yeah,
But
secret.
You guys going to the strip club after that to film?
the strip
you're
club
off,
is
dude.
happening. Asian strip clubs are a must.
Hey, my wife is out of town tonight.
Oh.
I got a little gun that shoots 100s. It's like all out, and Horty
Cash
Chris gonna
cannon.
fill it with at least 20 of them.
I
There
know.
we
This
go.
guy's so rich.
Hey,
Cash cannon.
Trucks, thanks for coming in. Give me some skin.
Thanks,
playa.
Trucks.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
It
it, dude.
was a good
brother.
time seeing with you guys.
You know
We'll be looking for your show on
Trucks.
public access TV in Arkansas.
A little-
Probably what about the spring
after-
of 2017?
a little impromptu
Right after
interview.
Neuhauser?
Trailer Park Boys
Yes,
was
right
on
after.
public access, man.
Yes,
So
that's
great
right.
things
For a
come
little
from
bit.
there.
Now, and now look, now they're all shooting in pretty pictures now.
THX
right.
1139.
I mean, they're going, still
Wow.
going strong. Like what, 20
One
seasons
more.
later? I mean,
Exactly.
shit.
They're still going. They're still in the trailer
They had
park
a
too.
movie. There's still a trailer
Got their own
park.
trailer park,
All
bro.
right,
Exactly.
Turn them back off. Why is he back on?
Shut it
So,
down.
check it out, Nate. This is what's going to go down now. Mark, I know you've been waiting for it. Mark's like, hey, man, I'm paying to be here. He's not paying.
No. It's voluntary. Look up the word agorist tonight.
Agorist? Is that the word?
Dude.
Agorist, is that like
after-
when you're
after-
like when you're rage beating it and then your wrist gets sprained?
No.
I was rage baiting and got agorist.
I hate my garden.
Hate it when that
You
happens.
get a little cramp in your side.
Right in your wrist. Right in your wrist. You're rage baiting, and next thing you know, you got agorist.
But anyhow,
like tennis elbow.
Anywho, Horty Chris, you're going to have your whole segment now, so you can shut the fuck up.
All right.
Party on, Wayne.
Check it out, everyone. It's everyone's favorite part of the show. It's known as Horty's Facebook Fucktard of the Week. Or he picks on little special kids.
That's right.
It's always the special kids.
Is it ready for this one?
You're unbelievable.
All right, guess who it is this week, people? I'm back to the Facebook groups for my fucktards of the week. This week's fucktards is twofold. Number one, it's the fucktard who added me to this bullshit group because I didn't ask to be in the motherfucker, and now it's clogging up my news feed with the most ridiculous goddamn shit I've ever seen in my
I had to
fucking
turn
life.
off the notification.
I'm going to check out of it after I put this group on blast. So whoever added me to that group, you're a fucktard. Sorry, Mom, if it was you, you're a fucktard. Don't look at the probiotics forum. The probiotics Grokashi grow, where guys are throwing everything from banana peels to watermelon skins to fucking baby diapers and any other fucking thing they got laying around into some big ass bucket, and then it just sits there and fucking festers and turns into like shitty, nasty garbage water. Then they pour it all over their fucking plants, and then they're posting these plants in this probiotic growers group, and it looks like plants from the fucking 70s that people tried to grow in a Frototron with grape soda and fucking with grape soda and Hennessy. I don't know who the fuck thought. You know why your plant looks like that? Because you're trying to feed it some fucking spoiled garbage water. If you want to use garbage water, just go to your local fucking restaurant and drill a hole in the bottom of the dumpster and collect all the runoff from there for your Grokashi bucket and go pour it on there. What do you think's wrong with my plant? I'm going to every single one of them trolling like a motherfucking deep sea fisherman, and every time they put up a picture, what's wrong with my plant? I reply, probiotics. And then someone says, oh, well, why are you in the probiotics group talking shit about probiotics? Well, you're the motherfuckers that added me to your goddamn group. So if you don't want me in your fucking group, ban me, because I can't stand looking at this shit anymore. I'm about to go crazy. I'd rather see Kyle Cushman Vegematrix head on crash into a tractor trailer than read that bullshit. I'm fucking over it. Your probiotics is the reason why you grow the duff. I'm fucking out.
Would you like a chocolate pretzel?
Worst weed pictures in the history of the internet.
Oh my god.
This is that probiotic fire. That looks like
It looks
dog
like it
shit.
caught on fire. That's what the fuck happened. You had the burning bush. Week 1 of veg.
Oh, I got into it on that with a dude about sugars, and basically Uncle John just verified what I was telling that fool.
And the synthetic
The synthetic nutrients are for growing for greed, not growing medical weed.
Okay, hippies. Whatever. Enjoy your hippie weed.
Yeah, they blocked me, and then after you went crazy, they let me back in when you tried to tag me.
I kept trying to tag him, and he like wasn't showing up, and I realized because he was fucking just beating them over their head.
Denied.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's crazy. What about the Instagram imbecile and your boy Filthy?
Oh, I think it's your that's your segment. The Instagram.
I'm gonna
Instable.
see what happens. I'm gonna see what happens. All right, Filthy, fuck Filthy. That fool is fucking kook. You get beat up if he shows up. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got, suckers. So hey, Nate, thanks for coming in, brother. Give me some
Nate.
skin.
So much.
We appreciate it, Trucks.
Keep it ginger.
All the men over
White
there.
people high five.
Was
Got
it,
him.
Oh, we met.
It was person.
Got him.
Gus, and who's the other dude?
Jake Lloyd.
Jake's a pimp. I can
J-Dog.
tell.
Oh, he's very pimpalicious. I mean, look at him.
That guy fucks.
Turn his mic
A
back on.
lot.
It just got entertaining. You know what?
Fuck you, man. That guy fucks.
While we're here, let's just keep it rolling with the ruled according to Duff.
Cool. I'm gonna take a break while this goes on.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Be
Fuck
careful.
you. I got some news for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
do
I
it.
got some fucking news, man. Thank you for the sound fucking effects.
Hey, when you have nothing, you tend to say fuck every other word, so I know that it sucks.
I don't got really much.
You don't have to curse every other word.
Well,
It's
yeah,
all
I
right.
do, man. I'm excited. It's what I do. It's how I talk.
This is
He
how he
swears
talks.
all the fuck time.
Yeah, and he talks like this when
time.
we're out in public, and then if you say shit around his kid, he's like, "How dare you!"
Yeah, don't say shit around my kid. I'm only allowed to say that shit.
And his kid's like, "I saw Daddy choking Mommy."
Well, fuck you, man. This is my news. And here, Iowa. Thank you, Jesus Christ, Iowa, for letting us know that we can drink on our front porches. It's legal. The Supreme Court over in Iowa, they said, yo, it's cool. That's private property. If you meet the cops out on your fucking front porch in their town and say, yo, you been drinking? You're like, yeah, I've been fucking drinking. Fuck you. I'm on my front porch. And they're like,
You don't have to say F
"Yeah."
every other word.
Well, that's what happened when the chick got, arrested. She
No,
said
tell
F
us the
every
story.
single time.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Well, the chick, she got arrested because her and her boyfriend got in this big old argument. They were definitely abusing each other because they drink alcohol way too much.
Yes.
Kind of like you, Horty. And when that happens,
Users and
people
abusers.
tend to call the cops because they get heated. And the cops came and they're like, yo, ma'am, what's going on? And she's like, oh, my fucking boyfriend, man. Like, Horty over here, he's a dick.
Dude, so stop. Just stop. This is the problem every time with your news
Yeah, you
segment.
just make up stories.
I don't
No,
need.
this
The,
is
I
the
don't
true
need the
story.
commentary. If you want to say
Well,
like
you
a
wanted me
one,
to go deep into
hold
it.
on. Can I speak? No, I didn't want you to go deep into it. I wanted to hear the story and have a hashtag.
Well, okay, with
I don't need the
hashtag,
commentary that she was like, oh, and he said back. They said, this is what drones on and on. So make it more concise. All
well,
right?
I didn't have to go
Restart
that-
now. Hammer time.
Well, hashtag that one. Drink front porch cool.
Wicked, man. Wicked.
I did not help. I did not help him with the hashtag.
Yeah,
this
that's
week.
my
Obviously.
hashtag. I used it.
Hashtag porch monkey.
Hey, Colorado, thank you very much. Thank
That's
you very
fucked up,
much.
Nate. I can't believe you said that.
Thanks, Colorado.
Thank you very much for effing it up. If we have a job and we smoke and we're not even on the job and we lose our job, your Supreme Court said, yeah, you know what? That's legit.
saw that.
That's legit. You don't get your job back because you're smoking and toking out off the even grounds of your premises where you even work, bro.
Well,
Land of the free.
If it's affecting your job,
Will not even affect your job. You have a
hey,
drug
land
test.
of the free. Is it? Are the employers not free to hire and fire people that they choose
They are, absolutely.
based
Land
on
of
whatever
the free.
whatever circumstances that they believe in?
I guess
So,
there's going to be high job turnover.
hashtag that
Capitalism.
one.
Yes.
Story over. Next story.
Yeah, story
Delicious.
over. Whatever. Lame job.
We're recycling that
That's
paper.
hashtag lame job, you suckers. Hey, victory for American Hearts, players.
You don't have to yell. It's mic
I'm
control.
excited. Okay, this is June. I declared it Heart Attack Month. Okay, so everybody, Heart Attack Awareness Month. That's what it is. And the FDA did some justice for Horty this week. They banned PHOs, partially hydrogenated oils, Horty. For
Trans
you.
fats.
Trans fat.
Those trans fats that you love to ingest on a daily basis since you were day 1 years old.
It's your wife's
They are
favorite,
now
favorite
gonna be
anal
banned.
lube.
No more popcorn butter.
And guess what? The medical.
She's like, I prefer you make truffle butter with trans fats, Horty. I'm
That's
like, okay.
a lie, too. Truffle
Fine.
butter, it's all a lie. Google it.
It preserves it better, Horty.
Was
it
trans
No,
fat?
truffle butter is real.
Well,
Was
truffle butter's in your popcorn.
Was
your
trans
microwave
fat
pizza, and
not
everything.
be the term we would use if
I like
Dr.
that.
Duff's wife decided to become a man?
It'd be tranny fat.
Hashtag that one.
It'd be Mrs. Potato Head is
Horty's
gross.
tranny's fatty head, dude. Look it up on the internet. It's the hugest head ever.
All right, that was the World According to Duff.
Yeah.
An awesome segment. Thank
That
you
was
so
great.
much for
Thanks, Duff.
participating.
I got one more, man. Chimpanzees love to drink, and they found it in the wild. Drink it on their own. They're drinking the palm sap. It's fermented palm sap. That's what they're drinking. And nowhere on earth has it ever been recorded than on the Discovery Channel this week when Horty goes and drinks on air in his bedroom. It's amazing.
That sounds like those dolphins that they caught chewing on the pufferfish.
Yeah,
Have you heard about
no,
that?
really, though, they found like a group of chimpanzees out there in Dakar, Africa.
They're getting high.
Those chimps like to party, man.
Chimps would be a bunch of alcoholics.
They're
That's what I'm
drinking.
saying.
They got
they breed
socials.
alcoholism.
They call them monkey socials, and Horty's there every week. It's
Rough
amazing.
and tough and dangerous.
They're making pruno in the river.
And they got they've been supplying the jailhouses
I need
for
some
years.
spread, dog.
For centuries.
I'm gonna get Max to send me some spread.
Okay, give me that spread, dog.
Schmear.
Inside jokes. Anyways, thanks for the World According to Duff. Check
Thanks,
it out. We're
Duff.
coming back with more
Thank you guys
Growcat
for
questions.
listening.
Call in at 562-653-0707. If you want to check out Trucks, what he's up to, he has no website, nowhere to contact
You'll
him.
find him today.
Call
Instagram,
us.
Trucks23.
Anything you want to know. The recipe for success is yours. We're here for you.
You'll find me later.
Awesome. It's dfcradio.com.
Your mom.
Listen to these words
Mucho
of wisdom.
gusto. Me llamo Bradley.
Oh, man, you are mucho española.
You what's up, girl? Ain't gotta ask it. I did them all now. How about the caskets? They should arrest you or whoever trusts you. Ain't gon' stress you, but I'ma let you know, girl. You be killing them. You be killing them, girl. You be killing them. You be killing them, girl. You be killing them. You be killing them, girl. You be killing them. You ain't gotta worry about her, shorty straight. Been chasing her for 2 days, first 48. A bad bitch cost, she worth every cent. She look like the best money that I ever spent. Just watching my cutie pie get beautified. Make me want better jewels, a newer ride. Louboutin shoes, she got too much pride. Her feet are killing her, I call it suicide. Looking good has its sacrifices. Chilly weather bring 4-figure jacket price.
You're listening to DFZRadio.com.
Listen up, tough guy. I got a bone to pick with some of yous. You punks out there walking around thinking you're all gangsta and such. You wouldn't know gangster if it knocked you upside the head with a cannoli. Yeah, I see you down at the Hydro store with your hats all crooked and your pants falling down. A real gangster would buy a belt. Pull your pants up! But you know what really gets me? You go and buy these cheap hoods thinking you're gonna get the kind of yields that we do. Well, you know what? You're not. Because you aren't using the best hood on the market. You aren't using the OG hood from Grow Light. Why the OG hood? Well, the name says it all. OG ain't original, gangsta. It's outrageously great. What makes this hood so great? Well, it starts with the fact that the bulb is hanging vertical, which means all the light from the bulb is getting to where it needs to go, to your plants. This thing's got a 100% reflective interior. You're lucky if you get 80% from the hood you're using, not to mention the unique and patented concealed vacuum airflow technology. I'm not sure what that means, but I know that it helps keep the bulb cooler than the other hoods and uses less airflow to do it. Not to mention that you get 1,000 watt results from a 600 watt bulb. That'll save you money, and that, my friend, is truly gangsta. You want to stop looking like a punk and become a made man? Get the OG hood from Grow Light. 100% reflective interior, concealed vacuum airflow technology. And then I mentioned that it comes in black? Get gangsta on you, God. Get the OG hood from Grow Light. They're available from finer hydro shops or online at growlight.com. That's Lite. Get growing. And for God's sakes, pull your pants up.
Monsanto repoed my hydro store.
What is? Hey, are you a soil grower and tired of using salt and synthetic-based fertilizers and not getting the results that you wanted? Well, for hydroponics, those products work great. But in soil, they suck. All those feeding schedules are out of range for what we think is good for soil growers. Mission Fertilizer is a new product on the market that's specific to soil gardening. They have a Grow, Bloom, and Boost. It's a super premium organic 1 part Grow, 1 part Bloom, and 1 part Boost. It's a feeding program that can be used in bag soils like Ocean Forest and Happy Frog, Victory Mix, or Empire Builder, even Roots Organic, Royal Gold, and so forth. It can be used in any soil mix. Super simple to use, 1 part Grow, 1 part Bloom, and 1 part Boost to get the most out of your garden. It's organic listed, pH stable, and safe to use with tap water. No need to ppm or EC or pH your tap water if you're mixing in Mission Fertilizer Liquid. Go visit missionfertilizer.com to order a complete plant feeding set for 12 plants and also get 12 hula planters plus free shipping anywhere in the U.S. for only $99. The Grow, the Bloom, and the Boost and is only available to Heavy Tea Grow Show listeners for a limited time. Go to missionfertilizer.com, grow the best, and see the proof is in the plants.
Heavy Tea loads us up every Wednesday night.
Hey, brah, have you seen the new Kind nutrients from Botanicare? It's kind of a big thing.
No. What's up with that?
Well, I was totally pulling a Dawn Patrol, chilling with some honeys, when this troll is like, yo, I heard your garden is total weak sauce. And I was like, as if my garden is hella gnarly and bodacious. And then he was like, brah, if you want your stuff to be like Mondo Narnar, you need to hook up with Botanicare's Kind nutrients.
Okay, would you be so kind as to tell me what you're talking about?
Only the most bitchin' nutrients to shred a grow since the invention of water, bruh. Kind is on the serious, bruh. There's 1 part base, 1 part grow, and 1 part bloom. Kind is super rad because it's completely customizable so you can use with any type of plants and medium, bruh. And what's wicked, boss, is that the proprietary Kind formulas eliminate the need to add separate calcium and magnesium supplements to compensate for water quality or specific grow medium.
Rad. That sounds like my kind of base nutrient.
Totally. And Kind Grow has all these primo minerals and like super top secret blend of natural stuff so you can get a seriously lush canopy, right? And with the Kind Bloom, you get like this major hookup of phosphorus and potassium, but like in a totally righteous proportion so you get increased biomass and flower initiation. And what's even more awesome is you can adjust the levels of base, grow, and bloom to meet the needs of your medium, plants, and grow stage. You could say it's for any kind you grow. It's totally sweet.
It was very kind of you to tell me about this. So I should, totally hop in my Woody and cruise down to my local hydro hookup and score some Kind nutrients from Botanicare?
Like what? New from Botanicare. Kind Base, Grow, and Bloom. The fully customizable line of nutrients developed for the modern grower. For more information, contact your local hydro store or go online to botanicare.com.
What kind will you grow?
Every Wednesday night from 6 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, who's hooking you up with the freshest grow knowledge and the dopest grow gear?
Heavy Tea Grow Show, only on DFC Radio.
.com.
That's right, Jason. Hey, stay on the line, okay? All right, let's see if these other guys can get that hood and bulb. You're listening to Heavy T's Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy T, Horty Chris, and the Duff Man only on DFCRadio.com.
And now, a grow tip with Heavy T.
Do you know what's in your water? Public water supplies typically contain chlorine, and hard water contains high levels of dissolved minerals such as calcium or magnesium. Different parts of the country will also have water that is naturally high in minerals as well. These elements can all interact with the nutrient solution you are feeding your plants. Therefore, I always use reverse osmosis water. This is Heavy T reminding you to grow responsibly.
For more grow tips, go to dfcradio.com.
And tune into the Heavy Tea Grow Show, Wednesday, 6 p.m. live.
The next level of growing is here. The growing revolution is here. DFCRadio.com. DFCRadio.com.
Tell her try your best just to make it quick. Come and tend to the sick. Cause there must be something she can do This heart is broken in two. Tell her it's a case of emergency. There's a patient by the name of Gregory. Night nurse, only you alone can quench this your thirst. My night nurse, oh gosh, oh the pain is getting worse. I don't wanna see no doc. I need attendance from my nurse around the clock. 'Cause there's no prescription for me. She's the one, the only remedy. Night nurse, only you alone can quench this your thirst. My night nurse, oh the pain is getting worse. I'm hurt by love. I don't wanna see no dog.
I tell you, this is the life.
Ever since we started working here at Sanctuary Soil, I couldn't be happier. It's nice to work at a place where they treat you like the artist that you are.
Tell me about it. So many places just throw you in the dirt, feed you junk, and drip water on your head.
Yeah, sounds more like torture than a job.
And how do they expect you to do great things when they don't give you the right tools? I can't do it if you treat me like garbage.
I hear ya. You give me the highest quality organic materials like woody biomass and grasses, put me in a healthy, clean environment, and I can practically poop gold.
Not to mention alfalfa meal, arborist material. They even bathe us in a healthy biological tea full of enzymes and other good stuff. You know, I get a little choked up just thinking about how all those customers are gonna benefit from the hard work we put into providing them with the best products available.
I just wish more companies were like Sanctuary Soil. It's nice to work with people who care about their customers and care about the environment.
Yeah, this is the life. Hey, I'm pretty full. Think it's about time to go make some magic, if you know what I mean.
Well, a worm's work is never done.
See you in a few.
You got anything to read? This could take a while.
Sanctuary Soil's Buckaroo brand premium worm casting, the all-in-one soil amendment that's safe for the environment, children, and pets. For more information and to see a list of current retailers, visit our site at sanctuarysoil.com.
Hey, I learned from you guys so much. I keep downloading your shows onto my iPod and listen to them during the day at work. The journal and all that good stuff. You guys are awesome. Keep it up.
And I can vouch for Green Pads. Green Pads definitely work.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And if it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
From Growth Technology, who brought you Attack of the Clonex and Hydrodynamics International, creators of Night of the Nitrozyme, comes the most thrilling sequel since the creation of two-part nutrients, Clonex Mist.
I don't know, Billy. I don't think we should be fooling around in this old abandoned greenhouse.
Come on, baby. No one's here. Just you and me.
What was that?
Yeah, it sounded like it came from over there, in the nursery.
Oh, Billy, I'm scared. Let's get out of here.
I'm sure it's nothing. Hey, what's that? No, it can't be. Ah!
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the garden, Clonex Mist. A new and unique product specially formulated to enhance growth and vigor in tender young plants while promoting robust root development and elongation of root hairs.
Doctor, you've got to help me. It's Billy. Something's happened.
Dear God, there are two of him. He has cloned himself.
No, Doctor. That's the Smith twins. Billy's sitting right behind them.
Of course.
Why didn't I see that before? Comprised of minerals, amino acids, and natural additives, Clonex Mist was designed to be used in conjunction with Clonex rooting compound and Clonex clone solution. In clinical trials, clones sprayed with Clonex Mist generated roots up to 25% earlier, with roots being up to 30% longer and 150% more numerous. Available in a 100 milliliter ready-to-use spray applicator. Just spray your mother a few days in advance, take your cuttings using Clonex gel, and continue to mist the cuttings every 2 days. The speed of root development will shock you. Clonex Mist from Hydrodynamics International. For more information, visit us on the web at hydrodynamicsintl.com. Clonex Mist. Cloning just got a lot easier.
I harvest my sperm from the North Coast because that's where all the sperm whales are at.
Oh, hi, Billy. What can I help you with today?
Well, Tina, it's my plants. I've been trying to get them healthier by using foliar sprays, and I'm just not getting the improvements I was hoping.
I understand. Did you hear that?
Yeah, and it's getting louder.
It's Optic Foliar Guy.
That's right.
Crap, look what he did to my ceiling.
Have you heard of my Optic Foliar line of ready-to-use foliar sprays?
Gosh, I guess not.
Well, I guess it's about time you did. Start with Optic Foliar's Transport. It's a revolutionary delivery agent that helps get the ingredients in your sprays directly into the plant through the leaf surface. Unlike other sprays, it can be used with the lights on and without adjusting the pH.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
It sure is, Billy. Using Optic Foliar's watts, you can help your plants use the energy provided by sunlight or HID lights, leading to an exponential increase in growth, which produces bigger yields. And what's the easiest way to provide additional nutrition for plants using watts? Optic Foliar's Rev. Rev provides additional nutrients needed to maintain higher growth rates, resulting in greener, healthier plants.
Gee willikers, do you have anything to help correct deficiencies?
The new Optic Foliar Overgrow not only corrects deficiencies, but also provides increased performance. Overgrow prevents and combats problems that attack your leaves, ensuring you always get a healthy harvest.
Jiminy, it sounds like you have the solution to all my foliar needs.
That's right, Billy. When you use Transport with Watts, Rev, and Overgrow, you can expect improved health and increased yields. Better yields are only a spray away.
Thanks, Optic Foliar Guy.
Well, I'm off. There are more plants that need my help.
No, wait. Hey, man, the door works, you know.
Optic Foliar. Transport, Rev, Watts, and now Overgrow. The complete foliar system that will dramatically improve your plant's health and harvest. For more information, go online to opticfoliar.com.
Honey, you are listening to Heavy T Grow Show, wherever you like to do you, DFZ Radio Network.
Hey, Mike, yo, legend. Who the fuck was that, Mike?
Was that One Eye?
That was Scary Spice.
Cyclops.
And we're just talking about our own TV ideas. Mark had a great idea. It was to, what was it? Jerk off dogs and
Oh, Red Rocket.
Somebody exploiting children and dogs.
That's not right.
Artificially inseminating what?
That's big money if you're working with cows.
How to kidnap and get away with it?
Or you guys heard about that triple chrome guy? What's his name? Triple Crown, the Ultra Chrome, the big horse in town. That's big money right there.
I don't know, man.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, the Triple Crown?
Triple double crown.
Chrome, California Chrome.
Cali Chrome.
Is that a Michael Vick dog
It's from
fight?
Los Alamitos.
Big money.
Shut up, Duff. Okay, we're here with Mark Schwartz, libertarian,
cutting edge
libertarian. He's
fire.
dropping knowledge. We talked with Uncle John. We had Nathan in studio, which basically wasted a half hour of my life. I mean, no.
Nathan, that was
Just playing around, Nathan. Come on, you don't listen anyway, Ginger Boy. So let's go to the phone lines. Why? Because I love you. Who's first? Number 4. Budzilla in San Ramon.
What's going on, man?
Hey, dog. I know you've held a while. We're doing a lot of stuff tonight, but you're gonna get hooked up and with knowledge and grow gear. So drop it like it's hot.
Awesome. So you want my question?
Yeah,
Maybe.
player.
No, what I was thinking was
His recipe to popcorn.
Yeah, no, we'd rather hear your life story.
No. Not this time, man. But yeah, so anyways, I'm in week 7 of my flower. My triclones are coming in strong and heavy, right? I mean, I got towers of sugar showers all over my top, so
Ooh.
I'm loving it.
I'm
At the same
stealing
time, triclones are coming at me kind of cloudy, and I want to know how long will it take till they get that amber touch so I can just start to, cutting the bottoms off.
No, don't wait till it's amber. Amber means it's burning. That means it's degenerating.
Or it's oxidizing.
Clouding is
done.
You do want some amber, though.
I like to let it go to where you do see some amber because, in my experience, that means an enhancement of taste and flavor by letting it go a little bit further.
And a little heavier.
But as far as potency, cloudy means that it's as potent as it's going to get with your towers of showers or showers of pet towers, whatever it is.
And I got one quick comment on that. We talked about sugary and sour D. You know, well, the reason you're just kind of hanging out watching those trichromes go from hazy to amber, you're waiting for ripening, right? Well, the idea with sugary and sour D, you keep pumping it with energy. You can keep adding weight. You can have some fresh resin production, some fresh calyx growth, even when you're ready to chop.
Mark, on that note, when you're doing that, is it not deceptive to the grower where they see the fresh resin production, so they continue to let it go? And then we have degeneration of the older production. How do you tell when it's ripe then? Is it just by a time frame?
And well, I think that comes all the way down to the grower themselves. Like when we talk about a craft brewer, there's so many different breweries because everybody has their own style. I like to say there's a million ways to bake that cake, right? Some people might be growing plants that are more uplifting. Some might be more of a couch lock, a bringer downer. You know, when you can play with your oils, you can play with the times that there are different peaks of ripeness. You can pick all different varieties and experiment and find out what you like the most.
Right. Okay, so let's say my triclones are cloudy right now. We'll say 80% cloudy, 10% amber, and 10%, white. Now, say at this point, I'm at week 7, and my newts are still in the water. Should I just go straight to flush? Or should I let this week 7 run out and then go to flush?
What I would do, too, more than anything, is because you're experimenting, is cut a couple arms off, label them, write what I did and what I didn't do, what it is, and move another 3 or 4 days later. Take another cut, label it, set it aside, and then maybe begin your flush. If you're not using cutting edge, something that's salty and full of metal, you need to flush it, then go ahead and then mark that as your progression. Then I think you need to decide because this is your craft, this is your art.
And it's important to know you want to check those at different spots on the plant. If it's right under the light and that's all you're checking, the heat and intensity of the light can cause a premature ambering of your resin of the plant. And that's why, too, that you'll see that hot spot will yellow out a plant as well. So
that's the UVB light will also bleach it out, burn it.
So you want to check it at different spots on the plant, all right?
Oh, absolutely.
But if
and at
you're
the bottom, of course, it's more clear than
Sure, because that's the freshest oil.
It's more cloudy than amber.
And if you're at week 7 and you're just looking at all your resin and saying, oh, it's done, or you're thinking that it's done, wait another week, dude. Because
go to flush.
Always wait another week.
The 8 week is the minimum of pretty much most genetics. And if you wait that extra week, you're going to get more weight.
And can I ask you, and then can I ask the audience, when you say 8
Listen
weeks, tell me exactly what you mean by 8 weeks. Do you mean 1 week of what we call changing, transition?
2 weeks of transition.
And then on top of that, 8 weeks, or are you saying 8 weeks from 12/12?
8 weeks from 12/12.
See, I think that we need to, as a community, start explaining to the grow world that
Now's your chance,
when
dog.
you switch to
Explain it.
12/12, you're going through puberty basically.
Listen up.
And when you're taking a juvenile to full, adulthood, it takes a while. So you're not in flower when you switch to 12/12. So in my opinion, we need to start counting days. I like to go for 70 to 75 days. Rather than say, I want to take 8-9 weeks, because
Right. I'd say, okay, well, if we're going like that, I'm at about day 54.
So you're farther along then, and I think that a lot of people misunderstand, the days and how it all works. So that's what I'm getting at is look at the oils. It's going to depend on your genetics a lot too. If you're working with a variety of genetics, they're going to mature at different stages.
If you have some of those coveted ocean grown, you're probably going to want to feed for another week, then flush for a week. If you're at day 54 with a short, robust, fat little Bubba man or Bubba girl, you want to, you probably start flushing now. All right. I got a talking code
I'm
here.
about running out the last of this because
I'll
I
let
only
you know.
have like 3 more days of week 7. I'm gonna just take a look at them every day. And see
I'd
what's
keep
going
going,
on.
dude. Yeah, keep going. If you don't see a banana, I keep going.
Are you?
Because I want to yield, man. So,
Yeah, that's
you know
what's
what
going to
I'm
bring
saying?
out the
I'm playing-
terpene production too. Those last few weeks, that's the prime time,
Yeah,
brother.
you get the density the last few weeks,
The
but
smells.
the size is built
Oh,
basically.
yeah, the
we
smell's kicking real tough. It's
cut
a blue
all
dream,
the
so it's
leaves
like
off.
it's real pungent.
That's a good tomato. I heard about that one.
The size though is built basically weeks 3, 4, and 5, and the density is then filled in the remaining weeks. All right, so go get some of your sugary, your sour D.
Sugary will keep you
to
pushing.
get that sugar in there. If you start seeing chlorosis, yellowing of the leaves in the plant naturally starting to ripen, then you want to further and facilitate that ripening by flushing. Okay, don't try to green up those leaves. The plant is reaching the end of its life cycle, so just what you do is help facilitate that to get the most out of your plant that you can.
And push that salt out.
So if she's telling you, you hear plants talk to you, they do. If she's telling you, hey, Dad, I'm done. I'm ready for you to go to the farmer's market. I'm ready for you to consume me. Do your thing. Do what's right by me. Then you need to start flushing.
My work is done.
Perfect.
Check out that sugary.
Now I get to the next spot.
Exactly. Hey, Budzilla, I'm going to send you some of that bulletproof, that salicylic acid.
I got some sugary for him, too.
Some sugary as well. And then I'm also going to send you
hook
some.
me up, man. Hook me up. It's my first time calling, but, man, you guys are really insightful, man.
I got
I'm
an
gonna have to check
instructional
in.
DVD I'm going to send you about hydroponics, how to speak to the plant and speak the plant language and know everything you need to know. And it's coming to
Any
you
insight on
beta.
aeroponic? Because that's where I'm at. I'm doing aeroponic. Is there any insight on that? Maybe you got a couple.
It's hydroponics. Doesn't
Cut them
matter.
off. Stay away from organics and aeroponics. Keep it clean.
And carbos.
Keep it sterile. All right?
All right.
All right, so I'm going to send you some of that sugary. I'm going to send you some of the bulletproof, as well as some green pads. Hang them up and give them a squirt. Rain some CO2 down on your plants. Green pad CO2. Environment means your temperature, your humidity, as well as your CO2 content in the air. You're in aeroponics. You keep your bombs in soil, or are you keeping them in hydro too?
I keep them in the soil.
Okay, I'm going to send you some smart pots for your mom as well.
Nice.
Happy mama.
Shit. He's in aeroponics. Look, he's like, awesome. Thanks.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, Budzilla.
Where do you shop?
Hold on, hammer time. Budzilla.
The Lucky Garden, man. The Lucky
Oh,
Garden.
the Lucky Garden. Shouts to my homies at the Lucky Garden in Dublin crew.
Shout out. Shout out.
Those are my family, cutting edge and full effect out there.
Budzilla,
Yeah,
since
man, they show me a lot of love, man, so I always go in there.
Tell them cutting edge says what's up.
Since you
All right,
shop
for
with
sure, man.
Natalie, Budzilla, I'm gonna send you a $300 Guardian meter.
Oh, Plinko!
You get a Guardian. You get a Guardian.
Everyone gets a garden.
Everyone
Tax-free.
talking to me right now gets a Guardian. Oh, it's just you, Budzilla.
I need a Guardian.
All right, talk to my screener, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Take it easy.
Let's do it quick. Cal from Florida. Cal.
Hello?
Hello, Cal.
What?
Hello.
Cal bag.
Hey, what's going on?
Cal, what's up? What's your question?
Where the fuck you calling us from? Like a PCS phone in between Cuba and Florida, or what?
That's what I thought. The
Nah,
keys.
man.
You running a raft here of immigrants? I don't know.
He's rolling the keys.
He's in the sex trade.
I haven't been able to hear you guys very well today either.
Sorry about that.
Man, I called in not too long, about 7-8 months ago, and you gave me some smart pots, man. I just wanted to say thank you. They've been nice, and I wanted to see what your personal experiences have been with them.
Oh, dude, the smart pots are the business. It's the only fabric pot that I fuck with. Not only is it ran by the greatest people in the industry, great customer service, but the product is out of sight. It doesn't break down in sun. It lasts season after season. You can wash them easily. It's a business. There's a reason why all the other fabric pots came out, and that reason is the smart pot.
And they're
all
family
trying-
owned, you know?
Yep.
And shouts to a little bit of a secret hack there. If you want to clean up 200 or 300 smart pots, take them to your local laundromat. Save your own. Destroy some washers at your local laundromat.
Yeah.
In NorCal, they have signs that say no fabric pots.
No fabric pots allowed.
What's your experience, Cal, using them?
They dry out real fast on the outside. I've seen some videos online where people added hydrogen into the actual medium that they had in the smart pot.
That's going to make it dry out faster.
Yeah, we go fast.
More feeding equals larger
Well,
fruits.
and it's true because it allows air to pass through. The moisture evaporates through that as well, so you can feed more frequently and give the plant what it wants when it wants it on a regular basis. If you water your plant down in a plastic pot and it doesn't dry out, and you want to give it more, or you think you're doing it better by giving it more while it's still wet, you're fucking up. That's what overwatering is. Overwatering isn't giving the plant too much water at one time. It's never letting the plant dry out. So that drying out, where the roots start searching out water and growing and becoming stronger, they hit that fabric pot and then they recess. And through that whole process, you're able to give the plant more nutrients as well, and the roots are regenerating constantly, so they take up all those nutrients effectively. There's a lot of leaves in that.
The real main question was going to be is like, what do you like to do? Like, what do you use? What medium? What?
I like the Big City Hydro Mix, which is, and I add a little bit more perlite to keep it 50-50. I use an automated system, the auto pots with complete synthetics, and if I do give it organics, I hand water them in. And rather than the plastic pot that comes with the auto pot system, I replace it with a smart pot. A 3-gallon smart pot fits perfectly in that round dish.
Yeah, I used the 5 and the 7 you sent me, and I also used the Mission fertilizer that you guys sent me way back in the day.
Yeah, is it working good?
Yeah, it's a nice product.
Nice, dude. Nice. Well, let's send him some of the Turpinator so he can make everything triple-A. It'll work great with those smart pots and that Mission. Along with that, let's see.
Send him some transport.
Some transport, some Rev, and some watts, formerly known as Megawatts. All that stuff going out to your local hydro shop, which is where, Cal?
I shop at Urban Sunshine.
Nice, dude.
So do I.
Endless sunshine.
Endless sunshine. Hey. Haven Sunshine.
Oh.
Urban.
Haven.
URBAN. Urban.
Urban
Sunshine.
Hey, you're not the only one having trouble hearing each other. Hey, Cal, talk to my screener. We're going to send you a shirt, too, brother.
Thanks, Cal.
All right. Let's keep it moving. 562-653-0707 going to Jesus in Compton.
Jesus.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
Hello, Jesus.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, man, you feeling sleepy?
Jesus.
Well, hold on. I can barely hear you guys.
Man, what's up with this phone line, Vinny?
Yeah, I thought you were here to fix it, not fuck it up.
Yeah, man, you sold the booster for some more meth? Oh, man, he's laughing at you.
Jesus, I know you probably know the answer to the question because you're Jesus, but what's your question?
Oh, well, I recently transplanted into a bigger pot, and around the same time, I also put up my greenhouse, and now I'm having drying issues, and there was a terrible smell coming from the pot, so I'm assuming it's root rot.
Yeah. If you have stinkiness coming from your root zone, it's probably root rot.
Like sour?
Yeah.
Like...
Are you adding organic material that's breaking down?
I'm running Mission fertilizer at the moment, and it smelled. I know what the newts smell like, but it didn't smell like the newts, and it was a completely different smell.
What do the plants look like? What's going on out there?
Usually smell.
What do the plants look like?
It actually looks very healthy.
And what kind of container are you in, and how tall is the plant?
It's a 17-gallon container. It's one of those tubs with the rope handles on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I put about 10 holes at the bottom with a hole maker, and that's what I pretty much did for the training.
There ain't no fireworks over here.
Does that sit in the sun, or is it in like is the actual container like shaded, or is it just sitting in the open sun?
Oh shit,
no,
filthy's
it's sitting
outside.
out in the open sun.
All right.
In the greenhouse.
And you don't have any shade over the container?
Yeah, you want to fix that. You want to put some Panda film around it, kind of, with the white on the outside, black on the inside, or put like
kind of like that chick that runs the NAACP in Spokane.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or lean some cardboard up against the container.
Some
so
tires.
That the sun, it's anything just to keep the sun from hitting the side of that container. It's probably heating it up.
Did you use any kind of like guano or anything, like when we're talking about like, poop involved? Did you use anything like that recently?
No, there's nothing extra that I'm using other than what's in the bottled newts.
All right.
And if you do have root rot or suspect root rot, one of the best things you can do is just let it dry out. Oxygen will help defeat pathogens. Some people will say water with an H2O2 solution.
Nah.
That destroys your soil and all of the microorganisms.
We
That's
need
a
that
last resort.
microbiology.
Yeah, you might want to even hit it with some compost tea.
There you
next
go.
time you water it, just to help build up the beneficials and eat.
Or if you got
eat
any
away.
of those rooting products, those powders or liquids, anything you got that's a rooting product, that's
Send
going
him
to
some
send
of
a
the
blast
Rhizoblast from Botanicare.
And I'll send him some G-Rex from Cutting Edge Solutions. That'll help him out.
Some of that Rhizoblast from our friends at Botanicare, some of that G-Rex, some Green Pads, some Smart
Keep you
Pods.
rolling. But that funk is just organics. Like, they say that a dead body stinks when it's breaking down, right? That's the ammonia. Ammonia has 4 nitrogen ions. That's stink. That's organic stank. So it might not be, a big deal.
And you said it's been getting pretty dry. Usually root rot is a condition of overwatering. Unless you dried it out to the point where you frizzle fried the roots and the plant kind of went limp, and then when you re-watered it, some of those dead roots may be stinking. But I would guess that it's just the heat hitting those containers and heating them up, and then everything's breaking down and starting to stank.
Hey, did you hear him saying? He was saying, and it looks healthy. The sound guy's pitching in his 2 cents.
I've been here for 2 years. One of the things that I noticed
Is that your name is Jesus?
The runoff would hit the dirt. It was just making a seal, so it wasn't really letting anything drain as well. So I did the pot of a favor and pretty much put some wooden planks under it to get some more airflow under it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good too.
That's recommended. Put them up on pallets.
Oh, okay.
Airflow underneath, that's gold, baby.
Stab it. All right, that's sweet. That sounds like a great idea. I'm going to do that.
And you're going to get those things to help you out, man. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get your prizes. But
right,
all that
thanks a lot,
stuff's
man.
going to
I
your...
really appreciate all the help.
Hit them with beneficial biology because that's going to chew up all that dead, decaying, nasty roots.
Yeah, anything in there that's dying and dead, it'll help eat it up.
Yeah, beat them because it makes you stronger.
And check it out, dude. If it's dry and smelling, there's probably a problem. If it's wet and smelling, then it's probably what you're putting into it. But this type of observation is the greatest tool that any of us growers have.
Make notes.
Dude, this fool is like, it smells weird. I'm going to call the experts.
That's great. You're smelling it.
Dude, exactly. Touch the soil. Smell the soil.
Talk to 'em.
Look what's going on. Look, identify problems with the plant. Like, people are so complacent and think that it's putting a seed in the ground and watching it grow. It's not that easy.
Yeah, I realize that, man. I pretty much look at my plants like 20 times a day.
Trial and error and that passion you got to look at them 20 times. That'll set you aside from a lot of the guys.
And
Just
resist
let it walk.
the duff urge to cut it early and microwave it.
Dehydrator, that's the key.
All right, Jesus. Hey,
All right, thanks a lot.
hey,
Thank
Zeus,
you,
talk
brother.
to my
Take it
screen.
easy.
562-653-0707. We're going to take a quick break right here. Is it time for a break or no?
It's almost.
Oh, Vinny's like, yeah.
9 o'clock on the dot.
9 on the TZ.
Man, I feel so drained. I'm just tired. After that 200 of the show, all that DNG-ness.
Every day we're hustling.
You know what it is? I'm pretty sure that my brain was working overtime listening to Uncle John. If you missed
There
it,
you go.
It's going to be up tomorrow for download. Check it out on DFC Radio. We're going to be right back taking your calls here on Heavy T's Grow Show. Your face is fat, and I'm not black.
Want you to leave. If I ever want to restore my sanity, oh, baby, look at me, I'm the fool. I tear myself into for the vision, meaning you. Baby, don't you know, every time you come around, girl, you got me thinking that I'm gonna lose it. And every time I talk to you, you better listen. Cause you need to choose between the things that'll lift you up and will break you down. Oh, baby, don't you know? Yeah, yeah. Just listen to the words that I got to say.
Is here. The growing revolution is here. DFCRadio.com. DFCRadio.com.
Hey, brah, have you seen the new Kind nutrients from Botanicare? It's kind of a big thing.
No. What's up with that?
Well, I was totally pulling a dawn patrol, chilling with some honeys, when this troll is like, yo, I heard your garden is total weak sauce. And I was like, as if my garden is hella gnarly bodacious. And then he was like, brah, if you want your stuff to be like Mondo Narnar, you need to hook up with Botanicare's Kind nutrients.
Okay, would you be so kind as to tell me what you're talking about?
Only the most bitchin' nutrients to shred a grow since the invention of water, bruh. Kind is on the serious, bruh. There's 1 part base, 1 part grow, and 1 part bloom. Kind is super rad because it's completely customizable so you can use with any type of plant and medium, bruh. And what's wicked, boss, is that the proprietary Kind formulas eliminate the need to add separate calcium and magnesium supplements to compensate for water quality or specific grow medium.
Rad. That sounds like my kind of base nutrient.
Totally. And Kind Grow has all these primo minerals and like super top secret blend of natural stuff so you can get a seriously lush canopy, right? And with the Kind Bloom, you get like this major hookup of phosphorus and potassium, but like in a totally righteous proportion so you get increased biomass and flower initiation. And what's even more awesome is you can adjust the levels of base, grow, and bloom to meet the needs of your medium, plants, and growth stage. You could say it's for any kind you grow. It's totally sweet.
It was very kind of you to tell me about this. So I should totally hop in my Woody and cruise down to my local hydro hookup and score some Kind nutrients from Botanicare?
Like what? New from Botanicare. Kind base, grow, and bloom. The fully customizable line of nutrients developed for the modern grower. For more information, contact your local hydro store or go online to botanicare.com.
What kind will you grow?
That was a joke.
And then I said, hit me up when you're ready. Hit me up when you're ready.
You're like Nachos Belgrande, 400 calories.
I don't eat Nachos Belgrande, but I do have a cookbook on how to make numerous under 400 calorie recipes, which hence.
Hi, and welcome to Non-Specific Hydro.
Yeah, hey, I have a buddy of mine that was telling me about a great additive.
Okay, do you remember the name?
Yeah, his name's Steve. He's a good buddy.
No, the product.
No, he told me it was a super concentrated organic enhancer. Comes in a yellow bottle.
Well, it sounds like he's talking about Floralicious Plus from General Hydroponics.
I don't think that was the name, but he also told me it was a vegan bioplant stimulator that contained vitamins, plant sugars, amino acids, seaweed extract.
Yeah, that would be General Hydroponics Floralicious Plus.
I don't think that's it, man. He told me it was something like Dora Vicious Flush or something, and he said it was like an organic supplement that could also be used in vegging or flowering, and that it was compatible with hydro, soil, and cocoa.
Yes, that would be General Hydroponics Floralicious Plus.
Oh, hey, man. I just remembered what it's called. It's Floralicious